A60 is back in the building. Today is a great day. A little cloudy, little weather is about 48 degrees out here, but it's a great day. And I will tell you why it's a great day. It's a great day because we woke up today. That's why it's a great day. And a lot of things has happened. A year ago today, I lost my mom's. So I wanted to dedicate this show to my mom's, because I'm interviewing a family member. So it's only right that I dedicate it to my mom's. May she rest in peace, Mr. Annie Pierce. She gave me a lot of wisdom and she gave me a lot of guidance. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her today. Everybody know what A60 is about. A60 is not just about basketball, it's about life. It's about all sports, all genres, music, clothing. I'm here to make sure the culture know what's going on. And I want to make sure everybody knows that when they come on my show, they have a great time, great conversation. And we're here to be relaxed and have some fun. So today's interview is going to be even better. It's going to be just like that. We're going to have us some fun. We're going to have us a great time. Everybody's going to be tuned in. It's going to be beautiful. Um, Everybody that's tuning in, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is, chopping it up with A60. I would ask everybody to please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you can. Um, I would appreciate that. Anybody that's joining, please share and like everything that's on this page. I would appreciate that. Share and like everything that's on my page. Shout out to my family with Elite Learners Inc. I will be in town November the 22nd for Thanksgiving, and I'll be there to December the 3rd, so maybe I can get some more interviews while I'm in town. But we're not going to hold it up too much. We're going to get this going. We're going to get this going right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a Brooklyn legend, a LP legend, high school champion, on the line. You know, we grew up together. One of the guys that I looked up to, not just in Lefferts Park, Wingate Park, and just in life in general. And I like the fact that the brotherhood is still there and we can always continue to talk, whether it's through Facebook, whether it's through a text message. It don't matter. Family is going to always be family. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to introduce my guest, you know, my homie, big bro, big OG, call it whatever you want to call it, Mr. Edward Cayenne, but AKA Bags. Let's get to the bag, is what we call it. Brother, what's good?
Man, what's good? What's good? Yo, first things first, yo, shouts to your mom, son. Yo,
Yeah,
may she rest in peace. I know she looking down and she'll be proud of you, bro. Keep up the good work doing what you're doing, man.
I appreciate that, my brother. We got to keep the show on the road. We got to keep everything moving. That's why I hit you up a little bit earlier. I said, yo, I got to do some trading. Some kids want me to come and trade them before
No
they
doubt.
try out this week.
Yeah, son. Yeah. Yo, like I said, yo, it's a blessing, yo. When we sit back and now I can see what you're doing. I could see you chopping it up with all the LP legends. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Tony Springer when you did him and all them dudes
Mm,
from up the block, all the dudes we was
hmm
grinding against from young, yo. Like I said, it's nothing but positive energy, bro. So for that, yo, like I said, I appreciate you shouting me out, babe.
Nah, no doubt. I mean, you know what? It's only right we give flowers to our brothers while they're here, not when they're gone. I feel like Leffers Park got a lot of talent in our park
Yeah,
alone,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah,
breeded a lot of great ball players, whether it was basketball, football, soccer, music.
yeah.
We did it all, and we was right there. Shout out to the Sterling World family. You know what I'm saying?
No
So
doubt.
I want to make sure the platform was open to everybody. But getting back to you, when did you started playing basketball?
Oh, yo, what's son? Probably was when we was like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, maybe. Shouts to my man Doc. I seen you had Doc, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, Craigie Dixon,
Mm-hmm.
on the vibe. go back, long story. Like me and Doc was like best friends since like second grade, yo, PS
Mm-hmm.
91. So from that we got it in. I'll never forget the story. Them dudes, yo, them Dixon dudes, man. Like I said, shouts to Skid and Twigs. Them the dudes that taught me how to make a layup. You know what I'm saying? In Lefferts Park, yo, way back in the days and stuff like that. So from there we started, you know what I'm saying? And we was all young then. We was, like I said, we was, 8, 9, 10 years old in Lefferts Park, looking up to all the OGs and stuff like that, just waiting for our shot. So it got started around then, bro.
Mm-hmm. No doubt, no doubt. Oh, Tito on the check-in saying, "Boy,
Shouts
boy."
to my guy Tito. PS 91 legend too, baby. All the second grade dudes showing love, baby.
Yeah, everybody's in the building, man. It's only right we show love to the family. So I know when the basketball grind, when
Yeah.
did you really started taking it serious and you knew that you can really do something with this at that age?
So back in the days, for real, like I said, that was just something that we did on a daily basis. Like you got up, especially in the summertime, you went around to the park. You spent
Mm-hmm.
all day, all night in the park.
Mm-hmm.
And for all those dudes that don't know, like I got started back in Sterling Street, left his park with all the young dudes, me, Twigs, Sherwin, Kenny, my cousin Stace,
Mm-hmm.
and we was grinding from back then. Looking at all the OGs, Fence the Boogie, Sean Collymore, Pills, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shugs, Cass, all the dudes from up the hill. Like I said, yo, if you got an opportunity to play on that first court, you know what I'm saying, that was your opportunity to grind and get it in. Because, back in them days, all the dudes wouldn't pick us. So, like, if we was playing on the first basketball court in Lefferts Park, and them dudes wanted to come and take you know what I'm saying, they wanted to take the court, they had to play us for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And from that, like I said, that grind was serious. And you had to earn everything from back then.
Yeah, it was tough back then. Let's talk about that first court because we all know that first court was important.
Yeah, son. Yeah.
If you made it to play a full court game on that court, you could pretty say your basketball game was up there. It was ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did that first court mean to you when you was able to just consistently walk in the park and get on that court?
So I know Twigs and Sherwin and Kenny can speak to this, yo, because for us to be able to get on there, like I said, we would come to the park early in the morning and we hooping on that court. A certain time, the OGs come and they want to take the court, so we got to hoop for it. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, we'll take a loss. You know what I mean? We'll take a L, and then we'll go down to the end and keep hooping. But like I said, just being able to sit back and watch all them dudes, yo, dudes coming from up on President Street. You know what I'm saying? Todd and all them dudes. Pat from back in the days, Charlie Drags,
Mm,
Horse. You had nothing but just dudes that can just ball all day long, and you just got an opportunity to sit back and watch these dudes, yo, and
mm,
then start to dream. You know what I'm saying? So when we got our shot, like I said, it was legendary, yo. But like I said, we had to earn it. You know what I mean?
mm,
And back in them days, yo, like I said, if you wasn't a point guard and you got the ball in your hand, son, you wasn't trying to pass it back because them dudes, you know what I mean? It was like, yo, every man
right.
get your shot up, yo.
Yeah,
That's how you
yeah,
had to get baskets back then, bro. So,
yeah.
like I said, it was legendary, man. Like I said, shouts to all them dudes, Fence the Boogie, Allen Brown, you know what I'm saying, Kiss, Big Benny,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying, Dave, Super Dave, all them dudes, like I said, yo, those are the dudes that we grew up watching. And
yes.
like I said, and the biggest thing was it lit that fire that we ain't
Mm,
want to get off that court. So for us to not get off that court, we had to earn it.
no doubt. Shout out to your cousin Stacy, man. His son is doing big things out there in
Yo,
ATL, man.
so what's Bug, yo? And like I said, love that dude. Shouts to Stace and Steph. Um, so I listened to a podcast with my cousin Stace because for most of the dudes that know, Stace was from Far Rock, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm,
he would come to Brooklyn, he would come chill with us for the summertime, play ball, hoop with us. And then, like I said, join Midnight Express and all of that.
mm-hmm,
But Stacy was a killer back in the day. Yo, Stacy was one of the
mm,
dudes, like this dude in his junior year averaged 40 points a game in the PSAL. I'll never forget that game. He played against Stephen Frazier that went to Jamaica High, if I'm not mistaken.
mm,
When, like I said, they was going for the battle of who could be the lead scorer in the PSAL. But Stacy was a legend. But Yo, Stacy had mad success, but the way I see him raising his son, yo, like I said, yo, it brings a lot of joy because
Hmm. Hmm.
everywhere Stacy said he had a shortfall, you know what I'm saying? He's making sure his son Steph don't have that shortfall because
Right.
I listened to a story that Stace talked about. Stace said, yo, when he left Queens, right, he
Hmm.
ended up going
Hmm.
to Oak Hill Academy. And he said when he got to Oak Hill Academy and he was playing with nothing but killers back then, you know what I'm saying, Touche, Jeff McGinnis, and them dudes down in North Carolina. He
Hmm.
said that was the first time he started realizing, like, yo, talent wasn't the only thing that can get you to the next level. And Stacey said it. He said it on his podcast. He was like, yo, I got down there, and like I said, once I started realizing my jump shot wasn't where it was supposed to be, you
Hmm.
know, my muscles wasn't where it's supposed to be because yo, growing up in the hood, we ain't had no weight room, no access to weight rooms and stuff like that. You
Agreed.
push-ups in the park, you know what I'm saying? You're doing pull-ups on the light poles and stuff like that. Like, so, you know, from what we had, you know what I'm saying? We just had that fire from the streets, which is what took us where it took us. But what he's doing with his son, like I said, getting up, going to do individual workouts at 5 a.m.,
Hmm.
shooting drills, weights, conditioning. You know what I'm saying? You see it playing out in his game. And now Steph is getting to a level where, like I said, yo, dudes cannot guard this dude on court. He getting mad offers and stuff like that. But like I said, he's getting the benefit of what Stacy learned about how to get to the next level. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, like I said, always shouts to Stacy. You know what I'm saying? Queens legend. Like I said, we borrowed that dude part time, but he always gonna be a Midnight Express legend too, bro.
Oh, no question. I mean, everybody talks about Stace. You can't talk about Stace and not mention Midnight Express or Midnight Express without talking about Stace. He's very important to what the foundation was built.
No doubt.
Started with him.
No doubt.
So, but at the same time, to piggyback on what you was talking about, like you said, we didn't have no trainers. We didn't have no weight room. We did everything on our own in the park, or we picked up with each other. Yo, let's go work out. Let's go shoot
Yeah.
around and things like that. So the conditioning part, we didn't know about that until like we got to
Yeah.
college and
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
school and
Yeah.
things like
Yeah.
that. So yes, and actually, that's how I trained my son.
Yeah.
Like, look, let's put this shots up. Let's get in.
Yeah.
Let's work on this. Let's work on that. So you're 100% right, and Stacey is doing it definitely right with his son. So that's the reaps of what we have now, opposed to what we didn't have back in the days. You
Absolutely,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely, yo. Because like I said, when we got our starts back in the days, all the dudes in the park, we all started off at that church league. You know what I'm saying? Where we
Hmm.
all, most of the dudes from our park was going to play for Salem down there on Albemarle Road, yo.
Hmm.
Shouts to all them dudes down in Flatbush, you know, Dutch, Beverly boys. That's where, like, people look at Tippy now. Like, Tippy's still in the game. I follow Tippy.
Yeah. Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? I follow Tippy still on social media, yo. Like I said, shouts to Tippy, yo. What Tippy been doing for young brothers in the hood, people will never recognize it, yo. But like I said,
Hmm.
now as I got older, you start understanding. And like I said, Tippy's still in the game. You're like Tippy, we first coached against, or first time we knew Tippy was he was coaching for Beverly Boys. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And Beverly Boys was the group that was down, you know, they had a little gym over there where 70th precinct was. But we all got started in that league. Like I said, they had the YMCA, we had Salem, we had Dutch, we had Beverly Boys. Like I said, and that was the church league that we all strive to play for. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I know me, Sherwin, Kenny, Twigs. That's where we all got our start from because we were just following the dudes that was ahead of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we was playing for Coach Lexi and Mr. Marshall
Mm.
and Larry and all those dudes. Like I said, bro, yo, every Saturday morning, that's what we look forward to. You know what I'm saying?
No
Friday
doubt.
in school, you getting, you know what I'm saying, you hyped in class because you knew like, yo, Saturday you had to go perform. And that we was doing that from 10, 11, 12 years old, bro.
Mhm. Did you play PAL too?
I played PAL. Yeah, we
Okay,
definitely
okay,
what
okay,
we man, yo,
okay.
Alvin, well, we like I said, there was weekends, man, that we would play 3, 4 leagues,
Oh,
you
easy,
know, games and
easy.
shit like that in the
Yeah,
daytime. 'Cause that's
easy,
all we did
easy.
back in them days. It
Yeah.
wasn't about video games. It was just about hooping. And when you had a break in between hoops, you go and you watch, you know, NBA on
Hmm.
CBS and stuff like
Hmm.
that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then come back to the park and work on your game. So
Hmm.
yeah, we played in PAL, you know what I'm saying, down there on Lincoln. And that's where they got to start. They had the old basket, with the pole and all that good stuff that they used to have to roll out. You know what I mean? So we used to come back there. But where we first got started was in Salem.
Okay.
And then, like I said, yeah, then we came back and they started doing it around the way at PAL. So shout out to all of those dudes. Your PAL was instrumental in our life, yo.
Oh man, it was
No
crucial
doubt.
because it was especially summertime where you was able to not just do basketball, but I
Yeah.
played baseball, so we was able to do all types of stuff, all types of sports in our park, and didn't have
Yeah.
to go nowhere.
And
You
so,
know,
what's crazy? Like, you was like the only black dude in the hood that we knew play baseball, yo. Like I said, like everybody trying to play basketball.
well, we
Jerron
had
playing
Archie. Well, we
baseball.
had
Yeah,
Archie. Archie.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But like I said, that wasn't I look back now, and if I know now what I knew then, yeah, I'd have picked up that stick, no doubt about it, bro.
yeah, I know what I'm
For
saying.
real, for real.
Super Dave on the check in,
Dave,
Duran on
what's
the
up?
check in,
What up,
boy,
my
boy.
G? Nuts,
Everybody,
what's good, baby?
everybody on the check in with you, family. So I'm gonna
But
shout
yeah,
my
so like I
brothers.
said, I remember, I'll never forget the day I think it was a game, and you had Haitian Jerry from up on Empire. He
Yeah.
caught a nice little dunk. You know what I'm saying? Ripped his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Taped it up to the wall. Those was fun days, man. Like I said, back then, yeah, Carlton and Colin and all them dudes that we were
Oh
hooping with. Like I said,
man.
even though we grew up in the hood, I don't think none of us knew it was the hood. You know what I mean? It was just like, that's where you live. You go and you hoop, you play ball, you go to school. You know what I mean? And you just try to get better. That's all it was back in the days, man.
It was home. It
Yeah,
was home.
yeah, no
That's what
doubt.
we knew. We woke up, yo, that's bags over there. Yo, we knew as homes.
Yep.
Um, Going to high school. Now, was Wingate your first option, or did you have
So, all right.
multiple
So,
options?
what it was. So here's what's bug, right? Like, so when you start progressing, you know what I'm saying, before high school and all that stuff, and we started really getting serious with it, and starting to take it, like I said, because we started off young with Midnight Express too. You know what I'm saying? So, once we got in the park and we progressed to that level, yeah, Wingate was where I live. Had
Right.
an opportunity back in the days to go to Bishop Ford. Had that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Because like a little bit, I played for
Ah,
Coach Sweet. Shouts to Sweet, yo. Sweet was another positive role model coaching out there. You know what I'm saying? And Sweet was over there a little bit back in the day with Gustus and all of that. So I had a chance, but at the end of the day, the bread wasn't there, The bread was not there, to be able to
wow.
pay, So like I said, at the end of the day, I had to go to Wingate, which was, it was the closest school to the crib. You feel me?
Facts.
And like I said, the only problem was like, Wingate back in them days sucked. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It sucked, Like they went years without winning a game. You feel
hmm
me? But it's what I had, so it's what I had to do. Like I said, if Mom Dukes could afford it, I'd have probably went to private school. Situation might
Oh,
have ended
okay.
up different, but
Okay.
like I said, the Lord has something for all of us, and and,
Yeah.
and for me, my journey took me to Wingate,
No doubt. Levi on the check in said big
Levi,
bags.
what's
What's
good,
up?
fam?
So let's talk about that championship run that
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
What was
yeah,
that
yeah.
like? What was that? I mean, did y'all know the year before y'all was gonna win it the next year, or did y'all know that year y'all were gonna win it?
So, all right, so we'll take it back. So, what's bugged is I never played my freshman year at Wingate.
What?
My brother got murdered right before I entered high school. So mentally, it was like I was not in a good space. You know
Mm-hmm,
what I'm saying? So I did not play my freshman year.
hmm
So I only played 3 years at Wingate, yo.
Okay.
Um, but that year before I played, they had a good little squad. James Bell, Big Mo, you know what I'm saying? Alistair, they had a good little squad, but they just couldn't win, yo. Like I said,
hmm
it was what it was. So I remember my first year that I played was my sophomore year. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we only won like 7 games. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? And then I know after I went up to my junior year, they dropped us down to the B division.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? And in the B division, you still had all that, all that good competition. Clara Barton, Paul Robeson, you name it, they was there. And so after that, junior years when we started really and truly picking it up. And I think at that year we went like 15 and 16 or something like that. I think we was right around 500. But
Hmm.
what happened was, yo, what lit the fire? We had a dean at Wingate named Ms. Landers, yo. Ms. Landers was 5
Miss
over
Landis.
NYPD. You know what I'm saying? But she was also the PSAL commissioner for the girls. You
Hmm.
know, and then she had Goldstein helping her out. So
Shout
she
out
had,
to Goldstein.
yeah, shouts to
Yeah.
Goldstein, Ryder, Landers, Cavalli, and all them dudes from Wingate.
Newman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so what happened was is Miss Landers came and she was like, yo, I gotta go. It's the championship game, and I want to know if you want to come to the garden and help me do the trophy presentation because she was responsible for the trophy presentation. And I'll
Hmm.
never forget that year. Twigs was in the championship with Lincoln. It was Lincoln and South Shore, if I'm not mistaken. Shaka and all them dudes they played against Kenny Woosley and then with South Shore. Um, so yo, I got back there, you know, we was able to attend the game, but like I said, yo, when we was in the back in the next locker room, peeling boxes to open up trophies to put on a nice little table with a curtain, I was like, yo, I was telling Lefty, and I think it was Lefty and Corey, I was like, yo, I mean, we not doing this next year, yo. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Our job ain't to hand out trophies and shit. We gotta go get that chip.
Hmm.
So that fueled that fire going into our senior season. Um, and what's bugged is, you know what I'm saying? I remember one Sunday, I think we was in the park. And you could ask Kenny and you could ask Sherwin and Twigs. We talked about it, yo. Because back then, yo, everything was about making a newspaper. You feel me?
No
Like
doubt. Especially in the hood. Especially in the
yeah,
hood.
that's what social media is about
Yeah.
today. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
yo, we just wanted to make it. Back in the day, you had the news. You know what I'm saying? You had the daily news. So you wanted to make it any player of the week and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Preseason, you know, all tournament team. And I mean, like I said, that's what we was living for. And all the dudes in Leffers Park were striving for that.
Mhm.
So I know Twigs had got that taste, you know, that year. But like I said, I remember Kenny and I and Twig, we was like, yo, next year is our turn, yo. It's our turn. So like I said, at that time we had to turn up and try to go earn it. So coming into that senior season, yo, we had a good team. You know what I mean? It was you had Corey, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Shouts to my boy Corey Dog.
Shout
He
out
out
to
on the West
Corey.
Coast.
Yeah,
We
for
had
sure.
Lefty, James Brooks, Mike Cattouse, Stretch, Mike Green, Gary Ford. Like I said, we had a team. You
Mhm.
feel me? So but it was that yeah, it was the time to turn up. Because one, like I said, I knew I wanted to go to college at that time. Like I said, you
Mhm.
know, I mean, you could be a park legend, hood legend, and all that stuff, but if ain't nobody was coming to see you back then, you know what I'm saying? It was a different time. So like I said, it was all about trying to win. And that year, like I said, I was going for it, Joe. Wingate had to get something that year.
You know, your mindset, did you ever think about leaving Wingate, knowing what the records were and how the season was going? Or you was like, you know what, let me stick this out. Let me thug this
Yo,
out.
son, here's the thing. Here's what's funny. Where was I gonna go? You feel me? Like I said, was I gonna go to another public school and ride the train and do all of that? Like I said, Kenny was having to go all the way up to Martin Luther King. Sherman was downtown Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Twigs was all the way back out in CI. And I was like, yo, why make all that trek? But like I said, so back in them days too, the mentality and the ego you had to have was like, yo, dude's gonna have to come play with me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna go play with nobody else. I started building something at Wingate. I wanted to finish what I started, yo. And like I said, I started getting
Mm.
a little bit of recognition back then and stuff like that. So it wasn't my time to go and go play with nobody else. So like I said, I stayed home. But like I said, if I had an opportunity to go to private school, would I? Absolutely. But like I said, we ain't had that kind of bread back in them days. You feel me? So like I said, it
Mm.
was the only option.
Yeah. Shout out to Keon, just landed
Kaheem,
in.
what's good?
Kai,
What's good? What's
Kai.
good, fam?
I haven't seen Kai in so long. What up,
Yeah,
Kai?
son. Yeah,
Um, but you know, like you said, where you was gonna go because at that time, if I'm not mistaken, you know, Prospect Heights was decent at that
yeah,
time.
yeah,
You know, and
yeah. Mr.
that's
Taylor,
not a
them
far
boys.
trek for us. That's not a far trek for us. You know,
You right.
being in the hood. Claire Barton was decent, wasn't
Yeah,
great.
Clara Barton, yo,
Yeah,
Clara Barton was
but they
big
had
back in them
but
days.
they had ball players. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. And in our area, and that's just in our area. That's
Right.
Claire Barton to walk up the hill, Prospect Heights right across the street.
Donald Taylor. Shouts to that dude. Like I said, yo,
You
he took
know,
Prospect Heights where him and what's the female coach name? I forgot her name when she was doing when she was coaching. Back when it wasn't even in. You feel me?
oh
So, like I
yeah,
said,
female
yeah,
coaches wasn't getting them jobs like that. I remember that.
yeah,
Right, right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right, right,
yeah.
right,
And so
right.
she lucked out, and I'm saying, she had a team. And like I said, you had Donald Taylor and all the Taylor boys and all that stuff. Them Ice T dudes, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
them
saying?
Ice
Shout to Frank
T dudes.
and Ice
Yeah,
T. Like I said, he did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You live in Ebbets Field. He went to Prospect Heights, and he brought all that rep back to him. He had, you know what I'm saying? He had a story to tell. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Yeah, he had that homeless story to tell. I remember when he hooked up with Carl Malone and all that good stuff, yo.
Yo, that
Like I
was
said, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, Dave, Debbie,
Yeah,
Coach Debbie,
Debbie,
yo,
yeah,
from
Coach
Prospect
Debbie,
Heights.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
said, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And they did so, look, the benefit was you was able to stay in the hood. It's the same thing that when Kenny went up to King, like I said, King wasn't winning
No,
shit
he
back.
was at Brandeis.
Oh, Brandeis, my bad,
Mhm.
Brandeis. Brandeis, ain't nobody was repping Brandeis back in the day. Like I
Hell
said, yeah, Sherman
no.
had the best opportunity. Twigs, lucked out
In
and
the
went to
smack.
Lincoln. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
But
out to Lemon. Shout out to Lemon. My boy Lemon
yeah,
in the
what's good,
building.
babe?
They all shouting you out.
So like I said, I had no other options. You know what I mean? So for
Right.
me, it was Wingate or nothing. That's just how I had to look at it, yo. Because like I said, if we could have afforded it, yeah, I would have. Like today, like I said, how I raised my boys. I raised my boys. They had the benefit of going to private school and getting all that training for sports and all that. But like I said, I wasn't that fortunate, bro. But I'm look. I love it. I love the way it turned out.
Right.
You feel me? So I wouldn't change it for the world.
So, all right, we win the championship.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, when did you get the news that Sherwin won his and Kenny won his?
So Kenny, we was Kenny had his game. I think his game was after hours
Was
at
it
the
wasn't
Garden.
all three at the same time in the
Yeah, if
garden
I'm
at the
if
same
I'm
time?
not mistaken, yeah, his
Okay.
game was right after I was in the Garden.
Mm,
And yo, like I said, yo, that was where it was back in the day. Like that was your pride and joy to make it to the Garden to go
okay.
hoop in the Garden. You feel me? So I think we played first, and then if I'm not mistaken, Kenny and them played in, and I think Lachlan played last, if I'm
Hmm.
not mistaken. I could be, what I'm saying, a little messed up on that, but yeah, that's how it went back in the days. You had the B division, A division, and then you had that private school stuff. So we all knew that night that we all won it. You feel me? Um, so like I said, it was up to Glens Falls, yo. Yeah,
Dylan said Sherwin was
yeah,
the week
Sharon said,
after.
yeah, it could have been the week after or something like
Okay,
that. But like I said,
I didn't
yeah,
know how it was set up.
but we all knew, and like I said, yo, what Kenny did at Brandeis was legendary. Like them dudes had
Yo,
like 6 or 7
that's
players, yo.
crazy
You
over
feel
there.
me? I forgot his little point guard name. His little point guard, yo, was from uptown, yo, was nice. You feel me? And
Mhm.
Kenny and them, I don't even think they had a dude on their team that was bigger than like 6'2".
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So it was just a bunch of little dudes. It's like 7 of them that could just go. So like
Man.
I said, we was just fortunate enough where, like I said, we produced that year and we was able to take it to Glens Falls, yo.
Hmm. Now I know y'all got the Glen Falls, and how did y'all do up there?
Oh, yeah, they put it on us. It was a different, um, and like I said, there was that progression. You feel me?
Right,
It was that
right.
progression from, Wingate went from the team that didn't win a game to the team that won about 7, 8 games to the team that finished 500. So to win that national title, because for us, like I said, nobody cared about winning the state. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no rep for winning the state. When you from
Yeah.
the city, like I said, everybody worry about that city championship.
Right.
Because I
Okay.
know, like that year in our division, your boy from that played with the Raptors, what's his name? John Wallace that
John Wall.
played
Okay,
at,
Jones.
that played at Syracuse.
Hmm.
His team, they won our division. We ran up against Nottingham, Syracuse Nottingham, and they beat us. And then I think Nottingham played against John Wallace and them dudes. And John Wallace, and like I said, that was back in the days when John was putting up 40. But if you ever see John Wallace team, it was John Wallace and a bunch of little white dudes, yo. So he got to take every shot. But the dude was like
Yeah.
6'8", you feel me?
Right.
So
Right.
he took
Unstoppable.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but he won it. He was able to go on to the Cuse after that, like I said, and then you know what I'm saying, he was able to make it to the league. So, but for us, like I said, yo, just winning that city championship. Because like I said, yo, before I got to wing it, I couldn't tell you the last time they won a city championship. And since I
Hmm.
left, you know what I'm saying, they hadn't won one since, yo. So like I said, I would take that, no doubt.
So all three family members win the
Yeah,
championship. That should have been a news article in itself because
yeah,
we all grew up in the same hood.
yeah.
What was that conversation like when y'all brothers got together? Like,
Oh,
what was
Leffers
that
Park was in the
conversation?
building
Yeah,
too. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like I said, yo, I think it was a proud moment, you know what I mean? Especially for the OGs.
Hold
The
up.
dudes.
Howie just checked in.
My boy,
I
coach.
just let you know he just
Yo,
checked in.
first things first, yo.
Yes,
Yo,
yes.
shouts to How. You know what I'm saying? And I got to chop it up with How a little bit on the phone after he did his. But yo,
Mhm.
How I respect you, yo. What you did for us back in the hood, like I said, yo, how he did, yo, how he was saving lives back in them days, son. You feel me? He was saving lives and giving us opportunities. Because think about it, when Howie was coaching Midnight Express, taking us up in the Bronx, you know, everywhere we could go play in Brooklyn, yo, none of us had money, yo. So Howie used to always be like, yo, I need everybody to bring $5 for referee fees. Yo, we show up
Yeah.
no bread,
No
none,
bread.
none.
No bread.
You feel me?
Nothing.
So if it wasn't for How giving us those opportunities, yo, like I said, bro, I don't think none of us would have ended up where we ended up. You know what I'm saying? We all took a path, and then Sherwin and Kenny, they did their little thing at Gauchos and stuff like that. So like I said, but yo, we kept it home. And like I said, yo, how we, look, if nothing else, Midnight Express rep Brooklyn, for real, for real. So people knew who we was, you know what I mean? And when they knew they came to play us, they had to bring it, yo.
Let's stay on the Midnight Express topic because I'm gonna give Howie his flowers again. And
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
he's I call him pops every time I see him. There's no
Yeah,
other way to express it. He's always been there for me from day one. Um,
absolutely.
I mean, he actually made me miss a couple of baseball games to go play basketball.
Yeah,
But he did a lot, not just for us as young men. He taught us how to win and play basketball.
yeah,
Like when we didn't want to listen to those school coaches, we knew how to listen to Hal first.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So we took what we learned from Hal and we implemented in the school system. Wherever we was
yeah.
at.
Absolutely.
I still run the press to this day with my teams now.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, bro.
we get at it. So it's always going to be a Midnight Express. But now that we're talking about that, when did you become part of Midnight Express?
Lee, I can't even remember how young it was, yo. But yo, son, it was back in the days, yo. And I like I said, the squad that we started off with,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, you had the older dudes, but it was me, Sherwin, Twigs, um, Kenny. I'm trying to think, yo, all the dudes that played with us. Stacy played, White Boy James and Schaefer, yo. Shout to them dudes,
Oh my
yo.
God,
Like
those
I said,
were
I can't forget the
killer.
period of my life with Tiger Ball because I met them dudes at Tiger Ball. Because like I said, after we
Mm-hmm.
went from Salem and all of that stuff, we did start off with Tiger Ball, yo.
Mm-hmm.
At Brooklyn College. Shouts to my man Al, rest in peace.
Yeah, I
I got
heard
to
that.
see him during COVID the day before he passed away, yo.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that dude was legendary. How was legendary. But like I said, what we was doing was we was bringing a collection of dudes back to the park. Because yo, before all of that, what we used to do is just like, yo, you get 5, 6 dudes and was like, yo, we're gonna go up in Ebbets Field and we're gonna go play all them dudes from Ebbets Field. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We go down to Wingate Park, we'll play those dudes. That's just kind of what it started. And then when it evolved into Midnight Express, like I said, yo,
Mm-hmm.
some of the teams that we played for and the studs that was on that team, yo, Crafton Ferguson played with us, Andre Riddick played with us. Um, you know, one
Half
of
bad,
the
half amazing. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God, half man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We had one dude, Jermaine Smoke, played with us.
Oh my
Like I said,
God.
the legends that we had playing with us, yo, back in those days, like I said, we would go and play anybody anywhere. Yeah,
Desmond, Danny,
391. Like I said, we went,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Nero, go back as far as
Oh my
Nero.
God, yo. Like I said, and you look back at those times, yo, it was just pure basketball. And think
Mhm.
about something, like I said, we didn't have dudes doing skill specific training. It was
Right.
just go to the park, play ball, watch basketball, because this is what these kids don't do today. Everybody like, yo, I want to play a sport. Most of these
Mm-hmm.
kids don't watch the sport that they want to play to figure out how to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have none of that, yo. And like I said, when we got started with Midnight Express, it was no turning back, yo. And like I said, yo, I'm always respect Howie for one thing, yo, because yo, I'll tell you a funny story. Um, the only team I ever got cut from in my life was my brother team. That's when he had left his park, yo. My brother was coaching, you know what I'm saying? And he had the older dudes. Like, so now I wasn't supposed to make that team. You feel me?
Right,
You had
right.
Finster Boogie and them boys. Like, I wasn't supposed to make that team. You
Mm.
know, Skid, Big Benny, and like I said, you had the OGs. And but
Mm.
like I said, that was my brother, yo. Like I said, I was expecting to make that team. You know what I mean?
It's
So
gonna
this,
be
I mean, come on, that's my yo. Like I
You're
said, we
supposed to
right,
make it just because,
no
right?
doubt. And that dude cut me, yo. That was yo. I'm gonna tell you something right now, yo. You talking about fuel to the fire?
Oh,
I never
Headley
forget.
Mo is on the
Oh,
check-in.
Headley Mo, legend. You feel me? Headley Mo, 1-2-1-2, baby. Um, but nah, Headley Mo was on that team with my brother and them dudes. And when my brother cut me, yo, man, shit, y'all ran home round the corner. I went to my mom's and I cried, yo. And I was like, yo, but from that point forward, I always said I'll never have that feeling again in my life. Never.
Mm, mm,
And like I said, yo, what we did at Salem, because we was winning back at Salem,
mm.
we took that to Tiger Ball. And then once we got to Midnight Express, yo, and what Hobby was able to create and bring all these talented dudes together, like I said, it was epic, yo, for real.
You know, I tell this story, and I know Howie, he probably don't want to hear it, but I remember me and Tree Carlton,
Yeah.
we rocking out in youth
South the
service.
tree.
Yeah, shout out to Tree, and we rocking out for y'all in youth service,
Yeah.
right? Rocking out. We get all the way to the
I know what you're
championship.
gonna say,
You
Phil.
know,
I know
yeah,
what you're
man.
gonna say.
We get, we
Yo,
get
and Big Ambrose was there.
Big Ambrose, Big Ambrose.
Yeah.
We get all the way to the championship game.
Yeah.
Here come the
And
All
then,
Stars.
and then the ringers come, baby. We gotta
And,
win,
and-
man.
and then we go to the bench. And then we go to the bench. Yo, he put us all on the bench.
Yo,
Yo,
how
hold
no?
on,
Hey,
how? That's how
yo,
we
son.
rock it out.
Y'all held it down. Y'all got there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that was the stuff. And yo, what was cool about it? You know what I'm saying? Was everybody knew, like you knew you had to wait your turn, but you wasn't waiting your turn. That's what made us better. You feel me? So that all that energy that we was competing against back in the days, yo, in Lefferts Park, yo. Like I said, that's the shit that fueled fire for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that had a chance to make it out, um, like I said, it was because of that, yo.
Mm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, shouts to Sonny Lewis. That was another,
Sonny
you know what I'm
Lewis,
saying?
may he
Yo, but
rest in
Sonny,
peace. Yeah,
yo, absolutely, yo.
yeah, man.
But
We
Sonny
lost a
was able
lot
to
of
get,
legends, bro. Lost a lot of
yeah,
legends,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, yo. Because I'll never forget, like I seen, Dunker's Delight down at Wingate Park this year.
Yeah, I went
I
down
see
there. I
them.
go show
Yeah,
how we love
yo,
every time. Hmm.
that was a positive move. But like I said, everybody knew where Dunker's Delight started at. That was Lefferts Park.
I originally just found this out on the call with the brothers,
Yeah.
and Benny told that story. It started in Lefferts Park.
Oh,
I really just,
high energy. High energy was in Wingate. High energy was Wingate, and that was back when Howie and Keith was going at it because Keith was trying to run his little tournament. Yo, but shouts to Keith because Keith at least gave out shorts and shirts for his tournament. You feel me?
right.
Um,
Hmm.
but Dunker's Delight was where man, Dunker's Delight was Lefferts Park, the original 3-point dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Tournament, yo. So nobody can't claim that. Yo, Wingate could take it now, but for real, that was Lefferts Park. That was Howie creation, man.
Well, I told Howie, I'm trying to do a reunion game this year in Lefferts
Yeah.
Park, and it's only right that we got to do one to get our brothers back together, man. We got. I'm not blowing you up, Howie. You shouldn't have put us on the bench after I done put in all that work. Me and Tree Carton did a lot of work, man. You put us on the bench. Could have gave us 3 minutes or something, man. You didn't have to do us like that. You didn't have to do us like that, Hal. You know what I'm saying? But it's some other legends. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yeah.
shout them out. Shout out to Ice T, my man
Bro,
Frank.
Frank was, like I said, another dude that was doing positive things for young brothers. Like I said,
Oh
so
my
if you go back
God.
and you look at, talking about him,
Hmm.
legends. I always got to give blessings to my man Moose, yo.
Yes,
To Moose.
Moose.
All right.
Yes, yes.
So a lot of people don't know the story, and we can get there. But how I made it down to Florida was Moose.
Okay,
You
talk
feel
about
me?
it.
So after I graduated from Wingate, right?
Mhm.
And like I said, there was no real offers coming away. So I ended up going to Pace University. I was hooping. Matter of fact,
I remember you
um,
was at Pace first. That's
yeah, I was
right.
at
That's
Pace
right.
for a hot second with with Sean Eswick, you know what I'm saying, James Brickhouse and them dudes, yo. But I thought I was better than D2. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about myself. Because if ain't nobody putting that in you, you gotta have that for yourself, yo. And that wasn't the dream. My dream was to try to get to D1. And I only had one dude back then that was even reaching out. And that was Coach Rich Savasek back with St. Francis. St. Francis was downtown Brooklyn. But most
Hmm.
dudes ain't want to, like, you was getting recruited. Everybody had that dream, go somewhere where you playing in palm trees and sun and all that stuff. So didn't have those opportunities. But when St. Francis came, they hollered for a little bit. Um, but what happened is while I was talking to Coach, he ended up going. He took a D2 job to start a D2 job off down here at a university called North Florida. So back then, I remember he reached out and was like, "Yo, do you ever think about wanting to come down to Florida? I'm leaving D1, going to start this D2 program. I'd love to have you." Back then, he's sending all the mail and stuff like that. So I used to tell my moms, "Yo, I think I'm gonna want to go to Florida one day because, like I said, I like it. They
Right.
built an arena and all that good stuff."
Hmm.
Um, but what happened was I ended up going to Pace. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then when I got to Pace, we went up because Pace had two campuses back then. They had the campus in Lower Manhattan down there by Brooklyn Bridge, and then they also had the campus up in Westchester. Westchester was where all the other sports was. In Brooklyn, I mean, in Manhattan was where the basketball was. So one weekend we went up to Westchester. It was homecoming and all that stuff. Watched the football.
Hmm.
And one night, it was me. It was Sean Eswick, Brian Gardner that played as Zavarian. That was another legendary school from Brooklyn.
Hmm.
We ended up going with a guy named Doug. Doug played at Bishop Ford. We ended up going back. We wanted to go party, go mess with the chicks. So what happened is we coming back and that whole weekend, Doug was this little fast driver. He was crazy behind the wheel. We coming back. Next thing you know, he had a Cherokee. We flipped the Cherokee like
Wow.
8, 9 times, yo. So at that point, I broke up my shoulder and all of that stuff, my hand. So at that point, it was time to redshirt. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Hmm.
what started happening was when I redshirted, I was like, yo, I'm trying to do something different. I wanted to get to that D1 opportunity. So never forget, I ended up linking up with Moose, and Moose had a connect down at the Division I JUCO down here in Florida, Florida Community College at Jacksonville. Well, back in those days in New York, I mean, in New York, you had a lot of D2 and D3 JUCOs because just like Division I, 2, and 3,
Hmm.
for college, JUCO had D1, D2, and D3. So
Right.
Moose had a little connect, and Moose put me on, and so I started sending all my film down there, and they was like, "Yo, as soon as you get healthy, we want to come down. We want you to come work out." So I was able to go to Jacksonville and work out, did my thing. And the first game we played and shit, I was on my Brooklyn shit, talking shit, you know what I'm saying, clapping boards like Carlton and all that good stuff. So at a heartbeat, coach put me in the office and was like, "Yo, we want to offer you a little scholarship, yo, and come down here and play." Well, little did I know, just my man in Far Rock, Kurt Taylor. So we was like family. We used to call each other cousins because like it was like us,
Hmm.
Stace, and the Taylors. And if anybody
Hmm.
want to go look up the Taylors and what they was doing at Far Rock, but he was the only dude. Kurt was the only dude that I knew that went to JUCO. He went down to Miami Dade, which was another legendary JUCO. So when I got down there and I started recognizing, was like, yo, because I remember speaking to Coach Harvey. He was the head coach.
Hmm.
First conversation I had with this dude, like he had that country twang, you know what I'm saying? And I was
Hmm.
like, yo, what the fuck am I getting myself into? But it was the best move I made in my life. I went down there, and like, back when I was playing that Wingate album, like the offense kind of ran through me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
So, but when coach was watching my film, coach was like, yo, Bags, for real, like we don't do that down here, yo. Like at that time, our JUCO led the nation in scoring. So
Hmm.
coach was like, yo, we try to put up 100 points a game. We ain't waiting for you, yo. So you got to come down here. You got to try to get in shape. And once you do, sky's the limit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went down there for the first practice and I saw all those D1 coaches lining up, it was everybody in his gym because, like I said, he was a Hall of Fame coach. Shouts to Coach Harvey, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this dude knew everybody, and he kept ball players in the gym. So I came down here and I did my thing, and that's where it really got started from. So, I came down. I lost conference player of the year by one vote to another dude from New York. He was from Long Island.
Wow.
I'm freshman of the year and all that. Like I said, I did my thing down there and got an opportunity. That's when the recruiting started for me. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Going down there because back then, JUCO ball players that was in our conference, it was two kind of JUCO ball players: dudes without grades that had to go to JUCO to get grades to go D1, or you had
Mm-hmm.
nothing but D1 transfers, dudes transferring back from Florida, Florida State,
Mm-hmm.
Miami, that didn't want to go to another D1 and sit out a year. They would go to JUCO route for a year and then go back D1.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
know
So
about that. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but like I always say, yo, shouts to Moose because that connect that I got was from Moose, yo. And like I said, I always be indebted to that dude. But when we go back talking about those park legends, yo, from a coaching perspective, like I
No,
said,
we can hit that segue because that's
yeah,
a great segue to go into talking about. Shout out to Moose and defenders. I see my boy Super Dave,
D'Artagnan, all them dudes, yo.
D'Artagnan, X Men.
Yeah, yeah. Shouts to
Who else we
Brian, rest
have?
in peace, yo.
Brian, rest in
Nike
peace.
won,
Brian, like that
you
was
know.
huge. Now,
Yeah,
I want to ask you this. Let's talk street ball for a minute. Then we'll go back into the schools. When you was with Midnight Express, what was one of the teams you didn't want to play against, or what was one of the teams you was looking forward to playing against, if there was one?
um, that was gonna be Nike won. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Nike won. What Brian was doing with Nike One, like I said, it was they was doing a thing, bro. So that was the team that we always had to go up. Yeah, Kenny Kings was there. Kenny Kings was legendary. You know what I'm saying? You had Bugs and them dudes. But for us also too, Coney Island. Coney Island had a
yeah, I
crew
was
with Deep
crazy.
Flight and all them
Yeah,
dudes, yo. Like I
yeah.
said, yo, Coney Island was serious. Matter, yo, this is another thing, yo. I love my dude How, but How took us into the worst areas to go play basketball, yo.
On the train.
Oh my God, son. Like I said, I remember playing in Prospect Plaza. That was Sunny tournament, Prospect Plaza. Yeah, we playing in the middle of the projects. Like I said, when shit break out. Then we ended up playing in the tournament that I think um we end up they end up canceling the game because a dude got shot up like earlier that day. So they had to close the park. You know what I'm saying? But yo, we used to have to take them treks, yo. And like I said, going to Coney Island, getting off on the last stop of the train, walking like 15 blocks, yo. Like I said, yo, how we did a lot to
I don't
host.
remember us ever getting jumped.
Yo, no, 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 no. You wrong, son. So check this out.
I don't know. At least I don't. My crew never
Yeah,
did
you
that.
wasn't on that team. Howie could tell you how he got his arm broke. We ended
What?
up playing. We was playing. How could tell us, we ended up playing on Gates Ave. It was all them dudes that was tired and all them dudes that was playing with Paul Robeson. And we went into the
What's wrong,
projects up there.
Shamil and them boys and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
And yo, after we won that game, and dudes was talking shit. They had their little crowd. Matter of fact, Howie had his baby mom at the game. So yo, afterwards, yo, they chased us. They definitely chased us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even know how we had, like, I think it was after we left. I think they jumped. I don't know who was there with How, but they jumped How, and I know they broke How arm, yo. Yeah, son. Nah, this shit was real, yo.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
And
Wow.
on Gates Ave,
Okay.
yo. Like I said, Howie was taking us into these war zones, man.
Yo, you know what's funny though? We didn't care anyway.
Nah, son. No, no, no. We didn't
We
care. Like I
didn't
said,
care.
yeah,
We didn't care.
yeah, yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. We got our little 5, 6,
Yeah,
maybe 7, and we didn't care. We got on the train, made sure everybody had their train fare. You know, we needed that. We needed that pass Frank had. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you talking about the legends that was playing Midnight Express here, Charles Jones, Tick.
Oh my
Like I said,
god!
yo,
Like I tell everybody, Charles Jones, original Midnight Express before Kenny Kings.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Original
Absolutely.
Midnight
Absolutely.
Express.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yo,
so
and Charles was a straight killer. right? Charles did his thing at LIU,
Oh yeah. Oh
scoring
yeah.
and all that. Like I said, love my G, but
Oh
yo,
for sure.
his brother, his
Oh
brother was a
Tick.
problem, son.
Tick was a
Tick was a
problem.
problem.
Tick
Tick
was a
was a
problem.
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 You hear me? Tick was a
Yeah.
problem, yo.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
but like I said, also too, I remember when we was playing in CYO. Benny, Kiss Love, what's good, my dude? Yo, we played in
Benny.
CYO, right? And we was playing in CYO, and it was just me, Sherwin, Kenny, and Twigs, yo. And like, yo, that day I forgot who we was playing, but yo, they had a big man, and like we was like, yo, shit, yo, we need some help, so we need some help. So we ran down the hill. We got Benny. Benny came up. You know what I'm saying? Benny saved the day. After that game, yo, you talking about yo, it was war, son. Like I said, everybody was throwing hands in the corner. And like I said, we was doing this from
Wow.
young, man. From young, yo. But that's just what we did to hoop. You know what I mean? That's what we did to hoop. And like I said,
That's
yo,
crazy.
yeah, dudes was you had to fight. Yeah, but that's how you got your rep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's definite. I still remember, like you said, you Howie will have us meet in the park,
Mm-hmm.
and we might have three games in three different parks.
Yeah.
And one team will go left, the other team will go right, but we'll meet at the third game.
Right.
Everybody will meet, you know what I'm saying? And it was crazy how we all had that brotherly connection. You know,
Absolutely.
it didn't matter where we played or who did what. We respected each other, and the most important part, we knew each other's roles.
Yeah. Yeah.
We knew if Sharon, Ken, and you was there. All right, we knew who taking all the shots because you know Kenny ain't passing. You know the ball's going into the black holes, going in the
Yo,
bags. Bags ain't giving up that
yo,
rock. You
son.
know what I'm saying?
Here's what was bug, right? So like I remember going back to them Salem days and them Tiger Ball days, you know what I mean? Cause when Sherwin and Kenny joined Gauchos, yo, me and Twigs, like I said, we had to carry Salem. And me
Mhm,
and Twigs would ride down to the game and be like, yo, they ain't here, so you know it's on us today. You know what I'm saying? And we love
mhm,
that shit, yo.
mhm.
Like, yo, dudes don't recognize your Twigs. Your Twigs was a nice point guard, yo. A nice point guard. Dude was
Yes,
skinny, but dude
yes,
can get buckets, yo. And Twigs was a floor general. You know what I mean?
yes.
Um, so like I said, that's always gonna go down as one of the favorite guards I ever played with. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, him, white boy James, them dudes, like I said, yo, it was just special. Like I said, because Sherwin was a little bit different, yo. Sherwin had all the like we all thought Sherwin handles was sick, but was like, yo, my man, stop fucking dribbling and pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it was. And Kenny, Kenny just had to start putting up shots.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
boy.
how that's how you develop that ability to come a scorer. It's like, yo, you know, if it comes to you, and if you pass it out, you will not get it back. So you
That
better
is a
get yours.
fact. You
You
better
know what I'm
get
saying?
yours off the. Yeah, we know Benny was the chucker. We know Benny
Yo,
don't pass the rock.
the Kiss level want us that. He want us that chip with CYO, baby. Love you to this day for that, man. No
He
doubt. We
said
had to go
no
down the
doubt.
hill and we was like, yo, we got to go get a ringer, baby. We had to go get one more, yo.
That's funny. Now, I know you did your thing out there in college. Now, did you get any offers overseas? Did you get any
No,
NBA
so it
tryouts?
no, 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 no. And after that, yo, in college, like I told you when I was at Pace, I messed up my shoulder. So when I got to JU, Jacksonville University, because story behind me, after I left FCCJ, I went to JU,
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville University, which was a Division I school that was in town.
Mm-hmm.
I had an opportunity to come back up north and go to Duquesne, but what it was the coach that I played with in junior college, he went over to the D1 school when I was going through all my recruiting stuff, and he was like, yo, Bags, I want you to come with me. So he took a couple of us with him from the JUCO. And like I said, it was mad love with Coach Harvey. That was like a father for me, yo. So when he said,
Mm-hmm.
yo, come on over, we got a scholarship for you. I don't want you going back to Brooklyn. I want you staying down south. And at that time, like I was like, yo, why am I gonna want to go back to the crib? You know what I'm saying? I love Brooklyn and all that for the time, but I was there all my life. I was like, yo, I'm
No
trying to
doubt.
get somewhere that I could go live, yo. And when I got down south, yo, and it's 85 degrees in January and February, it was like, oh,
Man,
absolutely.
who's coming back to the cold, baby?
Yeah,
There's
no
no
doubt. So
way.
and then I hurt my shoulder again, and I was like, yo, the rehab stuff I was having to do before practice, before games, after games, taking all them damn cortisone shots. So it came to a point after a while, like I said, when you got to take all these damn drugs just to be able to walk the next day. Because, like I said, I played that rugged kind of basketball. At my height, I
Mm-hmm.
was still playing the big man, even at D1. And I had dudes sitting on the bench that was 6'9" and 6'10". But you know what I'm saying? So it took a toll on my body.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for me, like I said, those opportunities never developed. And like I said, I think I got the most out of what God gave me, bro.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. I end up taking. I did JUCO too. I did Nassau Community College for
Yeah,
2 years.
yeah, no doubt.
And like I tell everybody, playing in the parks against the best shooter, the best big man, the best guards, the guards I had to face, it was easy.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to those guys because again, I played against G Young, Reggie
Mhm.
Roberson. I'm playing against these guys.
Yeah.
My boy Webb. Webb and those
Yep, yep,
boys.
yep, yep, yep.
FIT, Show Rivera. So
FIT,
we're
yeah.
playing against those guys.
FIT, shouts to General. Dez went up to
Yes,
FIT
yeah,
and did his
that's
thing. You know what
that's
I'm
right.
saying?
That's right. And this is
Kingston Ave,
all
yeah.
before. So that's what I'm saying. We had the opportunity to do these things. We was all over in the boroughs, different boroughs. People
Yeah.
I know, we went to BMCC, went to Tech right downtown. Everybody
Yeah.
went everywhere different. But the one thing like I said, I was saying, playing with our group of guys on a consistent basis in the summer, it made school ball easier
Easy.
because my mentality was different. Oh, y'all don't want to shoot? Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot. You know what I'm saying? My next question for you, I'm gonna throw five names out to you.
Yeah.
Five names, and you tell me what these people mean to you. Cass,
Oh, that's
Shugs.
OG. Uh, Yo, Shugs, yo, shouts to my man Shugs, yo. Yeah, like I said,
Mhm.
Shugs was more like, yo, what people didn't realize, yo, forget the basketball was aside, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
Shugs and I, we grew up in the same building, yo, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And what Shugs was doing for me, like, yo, Shugs took care of us financially as well, you know what I mean? From a financial standpoint, when I ain't have bread to go to these games and all that, yo, Shugs provided, yo. Like I said, and
Mhm.
like I said, that stuff ain't have to come out in Publix, but no, man, yo, up to this day, yo,
Give
Suge,
him flowers though. They need it. These brothers need to
yeah.
know
Oh my God, yo, and Shugs
what
was
they
the
did.
dude.
Yeah.
Like, so you talking about workouts? Like,
Oh.
Shugs would make you do workouts in the apartment, push-ups, tricep dips, and all that stuff. Like, Shugs was like what Shugs is doing at Wingate Park now. Shugs was doing back to us at when we was 10 years old, back in his apartment, back in front of the
Mm.
building. You know what I'm saying? And Shugs was the original OG. But I love that dude because, like I said, with Shugs and Sharon, meant to my family was special, yo. Love that dude.
I'm gonna throw a name that you already mentioned. Howie.
Oh my God, yo. Like I said, yo, what Coach Howard did for us, yo, and what he invested, I always will respect him because, like I said, yo, I look like now I'm a cop. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So what I see that's going on in the streets
Hold on,
is
hold on. You gotta watch it. You got criminals on here. Don't be. Don't be. Don't be
Dave, put the spliff down, Dave.
Dave, put the split down, Dave.
So, but what I see now,
Mhm.
right, is that you needed more guys like these coaching legends back then, like Howie and Frank and Moose, and Tippy and Sonny. Because, like I said, most of the dudes that grow up in the hood, a lot of us ain't have fathers. You know what I'm saying? Or the fathers just they were absent, is what I will say. Kenny was lucky, Sharon was lucky. These dudes grew up with pops in their crib. You know what I mean? Scotty, what's good, yo?
Yes, Scotty.
But like I said, what how meant for the hood, what how meant for Leffers Park, Sterling Street. Like I said, it was legendary, yo, and I will always be indebted and grateful to this dude. Cause like I said, yo, if it wasn't for how, I don't think none of us would have been here. Cause none of us would have had that passion and got that start like we did. So like I said, shouts to How and what he did for us, yo. And like, yo, I even told How, I said, because I was wondering if he was gonna put a little young team of Midnight Express in Dunkers Delight. Because I told him, I said, what he did for us, I wanted to pay for a team for
Mm-hmm.
him to sponsor a team. Because like I said, yo, How spent bread on us, bro. You know what I mean? So, like I said, just love that dude for real.
Yeah, Bags. Benny said, "Shout out your brother."
Yo, yeah, yeah, yeah. D
Yeah,
still there. D still there, kids.
yeah. Definitely shout out the family, Howie. That's why I love my
Yeah,
LP family. Love my LP
absolutely.
family. Cavalli, Coach Cavalli.
Yo. So like
Because
yo.
you get misconceptions about that dude, but you play for him, so we're
All
gonna
right.
let you
So
speak on him.
first of all, I'm gonna shout out three guys, especially that was really impactful in my life from Wingate. You had Mr. Ryder. Everybody know Mr. Ryder. Like I said, shouts to
Right.
Mr. Ryder and what he did for the dudes at Wingate. Then you had Ron Peters, Mr. Peters. Like I said, Mr. Peters was a dude that believed in young brothers and was trying to give us an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That was back in the days. Everybody used to fuck with Mr. Peters and call him Billy D. He had that
Oh
slick
yeah, he was
back
old
curl.
school.
But like I said, son was nice with it. Mr. P was, he was nice with it when he would come and hoop with us on the court. And then Cavalli, I'ma always have mad respect for Cavalli, yo. Like I said, I love that dude too. He was just a little bit different. What we was look like, Cavalli liked to coach basketball. Um, but what it was like, there'll be days when we started winning. So here's what people didn't know, right? I'll tell you a little story.
Okay.
Um, when we was going for that championship run, right? There was days that because Cavalli, remember, a lot of these teachers did night school.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think he was doing night school either at Sheepshed or Edward R. Murrow, one of them schools. So there was days that he would cut practice short. Or like we never practiced on a Saturday. So what I did was I remember I got with my coach Al from Tiger Ball when we was going on that playoff run, and I was like, I was telling the team, and like, that was so cool because everybody on the team bought in back then.
Okay.
But we would go on Saturdays to Brooklyn College and practice with Coach Al. You know what I'm saying? To get because like that's how determined we was to win that. So
That's crazy. So,
oh yeah,
Coach
oh
Al
yeah.
was letting y'all have the practices.
Yeah, Al was coaching us. Al was
Oh,
coaching
so
us.
Cavalli wasn't there. He was
Cavalli
running the
wasn't
place.
there. Cavalli wasn't there. So
Oh
I was
wow.
like, I should tell them dudes like, I got my coach. He's saying he'll open up the gym and come and let us practice, come and let us work out. And then he would fine tune some of the things that we was doing. But like I said, Cavalli was that dude. Yeah, look, you can't take anything away from him. He was there for the times that they was losing. We went to the promised land and got that chip together. And then afterwards, like I said, I think they kind of fell off a little bit, and then they went to the A division, and some things just didn't work out. But like I said, he was a good dude, good teacher. You know what I'm saying? I remember he had got married, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he had his twins. But Cavalli was a good dude. Hey, see, I love Cavalli because at my senior year, at the end of the game, son, that dude, you at least used to drive me home. Everybody was catching that bus, son. Cavalli,
Look at
Cavalli
you.
was like, you in the whip, baby. You know what I'm
he had
saying?
he had to take
Yeah,
the
so
star home. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for that, I respect that dude. I remember boys and girls, we played boys and girls one time, and I kind of went off in that game too. I was talking mad shit, and afterwards, yeah, they was looking for me, They
They
was looking.
wanted you
Yeah, son.
to.
Yeah,
And you in the
yeah,
stars, so you know what that was. That
yeah,
was a long
yeah,
trek
yeah,
back
yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
crib.
So Cavalli used to drive me home, So shouts to him for that, for
No
real.
doubt, no doubt. Um, Shout out. Let's talk about this next person, Stacy.
My cousin.
Castle. Yeah.
Oh my God, yo,
I said I'm giving you names that I know
yo.
that were impactful in your joint. You
So
know what I'm saying?
and love my guy Stace. Like I said, trust you me. I always said two dudes that would have made it further, but you heard the responses that Sherwin gave you last week when you asked him that question about did he ever get a chance
Mm.
to go to the league, right? Stacy and Sherwin both said the same. Like what you needed in the parks in New York City, right? And in the tournaments, you needed the ability to handle the rock and get to the basket. What them dudes was able to do was just that. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't take the ball from them and they could score on anybody.
Hmm.
What they lacked was the ability to shoot. So what happened was is both Sherwin and Stacy, once they got to the next level, their games got neutralized a little bit because when you start playing, like Stacy played at Wake Forest with Rodney Rogers and Tim Duncan.
Mm.
And State started recognizing, like, yo, I am not big enough and strong enough to get down here with these killers. That's what he had always said about Randolph Childress. Because I look, that was my cousin. Yo, I always said, yo, State should have played before Randolph. But
Mm-hmm.
now looking back, like Stacey said, I just wasn't ready for that yet. Like I said, Randolph and them dudes down south was focused, man. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, Stacey said he wasn't focused, but that was a lot of dudes from Brooklyn, from Queens, anybody in the city. Like I said, think about all the stars we had back then,
Mm.
that never really got that next level shot was because the first time we started really and truly getting focused on the sport was when we went to college. And that was when
Yeah.
you got outside the city. Because if the dudes that stayed inside the city, what you had was the ability to go back home. You know what I'm saying? So you back to partying on Friday and Saturday night in the hood,
Mm-hmm.
and you trying to go back to school, you drunk, you ain't getting up at 5 a.m. to go work out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I said, my cousin Stace was a killer. Like I said, that was like the bifocal legend. That dude used to play in bifocals, yo. The thick shit too. But like I said, we brought him to the park. Once we brought Stacy to the park, I told How about him. It was a wrap after that. Like I
Mm.
said, Stacy was a legend, yo, and I'm proud of that dude because what I see him doing for his son, and there's no doubt in my mind if his son Stephon Castle, yo, he's getting recruited by everybody.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I
Everybody.
gotta get
Yeah,
Stace on here, man. I gotta reach
yeah,
out to
yeah,
Stace.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And matter of fact, when I get off, I'll text Stace
Mm.
and I'll make that connection. I'll make that happen. But yo, what Stace is doing for Steph and like Stace, we joke about it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was talking to Stace, and Stace was like, "Yo, the only thing he ain't got is he ain't got that hood in him." I said, "Well, Stace, how you gonna have hood in him when we raising these kids in the burbs?" You know what I'm saying?
That is such a major key,
Yeah,
key point. It's very valid.
yeah, son, we raising these kids in the burb, and but yo, don't get it twisted. I like that. You feel me? I
Oh no, no,
I
no
lived
doubt,
I
no
lived in the
doubt,
hood,
no doubt.
and I worked hard so my kids didn't have to. You know what
We
I'm
doing
saying?
what we were supposed to be doing. We
Yeah,
get it. We don't
yeah,
got to put them through it.
yeah,
We showing them another
yeah,
way of how
yeah.
to do it.
Absolutely.
I agree. I agree.
Absolutely. So what Stace is doing for his son, there's no doubt in my mind. If Steph stay focused and on his grind, he's getting to the league, yo.
Yo,
He's a
that kid look
big
good.
guard.
I be checking. I'm actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to link with States because I want to bring my team
down
down
there,
to
down the
now.
A.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to take them to the A.
you
And
you link with General. That's who you need to
no,
link with, yo.
I'm gonna link with General too and see
Yeah,
what we can do down there.
because General
Um,
doing big things with that bat. Like I
yo,
said, if you a
crazy.
ball player in the A, you got to go through General at some point, yo.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna reach out to him out there.
Yeah, yeah,
And
no doubt.
then,
But Stace is legend.
yeah,
Like I said, yo, back in the days at Queensboro, basketball was wicked too. Because like I said, Doc was out there in Hillcrest doing his thing as well, yo. But Doc was problems, man. Like I said, that was
yeah,
my best friend from second grade, son. Yo, Doc was problems on that basketball court. But like I said, that Queens basketball was serious. They had a lot of killers out. Corey Williams out there playing with Lane. I mean, you had dudes out there, bro.
yeah.
So
It's crazy.
so what Stace was able to do out there was legendary. You know what I mean? And like I said, if dudes don't know, they can go look up his story, yo. Because like I said, what Stace was doing, and Stace was doing that shit from ninth grade, 10th grade. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like
Real early,
yeah,
real early. Yeah,
Stace didn't even
real
play his
early.
senior year in the PSAL. He went to Oak Hill Academy. You know what I'm saying? And that was like
That's
everybody knew about Oak Hill, but
crazy.
Stace ain't played his senior year. His Stace went out to Oak Hill and he started doing this thing out there. Because if Stace had that training that he is giving his son today, Stace would have had a shot to go to that league, yo. To that league. Yo, Zama, what's good, fam? Long time, yo.
Yo, that's
Um, yeah,
crazy.
so but nah, yo, Stace was legend, yo. I love that dude. And like I said, yo, once we bought that dude and unleashed him in Brooklyn, yo, like I said, you know,
Howie, if you
yeah,
would have coached
how,
high school, Howie,
yeah, how you would have,
everybody, we breaking all rules.
yeah,
Everybody
no doubt.
coach.
Everybody would have stayed at Wingate, son. Yeah,
Everybody, wherever school you was at, everybody would have tried their hardest to get there. How that's not even a question. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to bring up that too. Last thing, Midnight Express.
yeah.
What that name alone mean to you as far as those other people too.
What we was able to rep for Midnight Express was special. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? And it was cool because we was repping Sterling Street. We was repping Leffers Park. All them dudes that played at that 61. Like I said, we was repping, around the way. And when we went to tournaments, people could say what they want to. Dudes feared Midnight Express, yo.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, it was no doubt because we was bringing goons that was playing basketball, yo. So, I would never change my life and how it turned out from the upbringing that we had, from all the coaches and to start off at Salem, Tiger Ball, Midnight Express, and all the way on through. Like I said, Alvin, like I said, it was serious, man. And that shit shaped us. So
Hmm.
we took all of that, what we got from the streets and the parks, and we took that to college, yo.
No
And
doubt.
and none of us failed in college because, like I said, it was a mentality that we had to go get ours, go earn ours. You know what I'm saying? And we got that from Midnight Express, yo. And it started off back at the park when we had to play for the first basketball court. Um, so like I said, what how we meant to us, and what I saw all those legendary coaches. You remember Hector? Shouts to Hector, rest in peace.
Oh, rest in peace, Hector.
Like I
Yes,
said,
yes,
you had nothing
yes.
but dudes that was doing positive things. Kenny Kings, like I said, those.
Shout out to Kenny on the
Oh my
check-in.
God, man. I know Boog's got to be happy to be alive because of Kenny Kings, yo. Like I said,
Books, yeah, that was a good interview. I interviewed him too, man,
oh
and
for real, I got to go back and
yeah,
check that
you
one out,
gotta
yo.
go check that. And when you finish, I'm gonna tell you exactly why I went and did that interview.
Because hey, what was special, I never forget in Newsday, me and Boogs made Player of the Week the same week, yo.
When
He
he was
he
at
was
Weston
at the
House.
Western House, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Once again, like I said, if you look at it, man, and you see all that talent, that young talent, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you spoke to Sherwin, like Sel Jefferson, Glenn,
Oh,
everybody remember Puerto Rican Hector. Like I said, these dudes that we was playing against, yo, some of us had the ability to get out, and some of us just didn't make it. You
yes,
feel me? And
yes,
if it wasn't for dudes like Howie and them, we wouldn't have had these chances, bro.
agreed.
Um, but you know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, we're talking about sons and kids and all that.
Hmm.
That's what's special, like, what you doing. Sherwin, I know his kids live in the burbs. He working with kids in the hood, but
Hmm.
like I said, us being able to raise our young men now, to do positive things as well. Like, my son, I had two sons, and none of them really want to play ball. Them boys play baseball and football.
That wrong with baseball, bro.
Yeah, yeah, no, son, I'm telling you, if I knew what I knew now back then, I'd have
Yeah,
picked up that stick. I'd have been at
yeah.
first base, no doubt. But like I said, I get to watch my son, and just like me and Stacy, we would share stories, like, because the same thing with my youngest son. He playing football in Ivy League right now. This dude used to get up 5 a.m., go do his workout, go to class, do another workout, then go to football practice, and then all of that, and he's still getting good grades. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? That you're able to make it to an Ivy League, yo. So it's like I said, it's just that, they had that different grind that we had, but they had a grind where you could pay for trainers, you can get all that sports specific training. They get in the best weight room. You know what I'm saying? These dudes doing like we didn't even ice back in the days, yo. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We didn't
nobody
do all of
take
that.
their ankles and none of that. Now they got
No, no, yeah.
cryotherapy and all that stuff
Yo,
now, right?
son, my son live in cryotherapy, yo. Like I
Yeah, it's
said,
crazy.
we didn't have all of that back in the days. Like I said, yo, but what made us, you know what I mean, was the hood.
Yeah,
The
but
hood is
that's
what made
also
us.
a testament to you, bro. Salute to you raising kings to get them to where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we raised them in the burbs, but salute to you because they still need that foundation. You that
Absolutely.
foundation, and you are pushing them. Hey, I've been here. Let me show you how to get
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you for
So,
Ivy
so
League. That's
yo,
that's
so
stuff,
here's
yo.
so here's what's bug, right? So you're talking about Sherwin, and it's just like Kenny. Kenny went out. Because out of us four, me, Sherwin, you could say us five, me, Sherwin, Twigs, Stace. The one that got the furthest was Kenny. Like Kenny was the one that made it out
Mm,
to the NBA camp. Kenny made it to the Phoenix camp. You know what I'm saying?
mhm, mhm.
Kenny made it the furthest, and Kenny went the D2 route. You see what I'm saying? He could, matter
Okay.
of fact, he was out there in JUCO because even Doc went out there. Craigie went out there. I don't know if you remember a dude that played at Transit Tech named Brahim Cotton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but big, yeah.
yeah.
He
So
played Kenny. He was with Kenny Kings. That
yeah,
was he was with
he was
Kenny
with
Kings.
Kenny.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
was out of Arizona Western.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of us took that JUCO route. Because if I'm not mistaken, and Doc could probably correct me, but I think Boogs was out there with him as well at Arizona Western.
Bugs was out there with
Yeah,
Doc because I watched the Soul and the
yeah,
whole documentary and I saw
yeah,
them together and by him. It was all three of them. It was all three of
yeah,
them. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So we a lot of us made it far, but the one who made it the furthest was Kenny. You know what I mean? So but like I said, it was special though, man. The guys that Howie surrounded himself with, from a young perspective, like I said, look at what you're doing for young kids now, man. Like I said, I see you traveling, um, you traveling with your teams, you taking them here and there. Like I said, we ain't had trust you me, I guarantee you, if Howard had that bread, Howard would have took us out of state.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
definitely,
Howard would have took us out of
he
state.
definitely. What's
Um,
up, son? I see you want to check in.
yeah, yo. So no, but like I said, share a quick story with you what
Yes,
Sherwin
yes,
said, how
yes.
he made it to Xavier, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
everybody from the hood, we just wanted Sherwin, yo, you was getting recruited by this school and that school. So everybody in the hood was just like, yo, back in the days, it was who was playing on TV and whatnot, who had the Nike contract. That's how
Mm-hmm.
dudes was kind of coming to colleges trying to look to sign. And when Sherwin said that, coach that he played with back at Xavier, came in his house and started talking to his moms about education,
Mm-hmm.
it did something for him. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? So now I look back after I finished playing ball and starting to recognize. So when like bringing up our kids now, you recognize that this sport has a shelf life. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? So it's what's the afterlife? What you setting these kids up for? So when my son was going through this football recruiting, he ended up with like 30 something scholarships offers, but we ended up going to the Ivy Leagues to check it out. You know what I'm saying? Because in high school, like one of his middle school coach was like, "Yo, I don't know what you're thinking about your son, but he was like, yo, this kid is smart. This kid can play football. If you get a chance to go to Ivy League, you might want to take it." So that started piquing that interest. But yo, when I was going to these Ivy Leagues to do recruiting, man, all they'll tell you is about is like, yo, don't make this a 4-year decision, make it a 40-year decision, because that football can come to an end at one point or another. And
Mm,
it's what you're
okay.
gonna do with that afterlife. Like these dudes coming out of Ivy League, yo, all these young dudes making 6 figures. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that
These
brain
kids are starting
alone,
off,
boy.
yeah, they
Yeah,
starting off way
man.
ahead, man, just with the connects. You know what I'm saying? So I got to take that tour with him for all these Ivy Leagues and stuff like that, and
Mm,
then we locked in. And now he's playing football at University of Pennsylvania down in Philly.
that's what's
He's
up,
loving it
brother.
because he wanted to get out of the burbs and go to a city. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of how we selected that school. But I tell you, man, it's the same thing that Stace is doing with his too. Like, not only are you pushing, the sport, but you actually pushing the afterlife, yo. And if we're fortunate enough to make the league, that's a blessing.
Oh
You
yeah,
see,
it's
that's a
always a blessing.
blessing.
That's always something to talk
Yeah,
about.
yo.
You did
Yeah,
it. That's one thing that my son's 6th and 5th grade, and he plays basketball. About to start
yeah,
football next year. I definitely tell him, yo, you got to get these books together, no matter what.
yeah,
I said, because you say you want to do sports, guess what? Without no books, you can't play sports. They'll
yeah,
take that away from you. And then you'll be labeled. I said, don't be like that.
yep,
Because I told him a story about me. I said, I didn't play my first semester. He was like,
yep.
why? I said, because my grades. They're not going to just let me play, no matter how good I am. I
Howard,
had to,
nobody told us about that back in the
no,
days.
yo, listen.
You feel me?
Nobody
Yo,
said you needed a 2 point this to be eligible.
Howard,
We didn't have
yo,
nobody talking to us,
son,
bro.
son, and yo, look. So in Tito, dudes like Tito know, like, yo, I was in the gifted classes at 391 and 91 and all. I got skipped, yo, from 7th to 9th grade. Yo, so I was in those classes, but yo, it took me 5 times, dude, 5 times with that SAT, bro. Because, like I said, in the hood, you don't go do no SAT training. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so that's the one thing I did. Like I know, that clearinghouse like the back of my hand. I had both of my boys D1 eligible at the summer of their 10th grade year when they were rising juniors. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
once both my boys was able, my oldest, he played baseball, you know what I mean? And he was a left-handed pitcher, and then he ended up having to have Tommy John, and he was done after that.
Mm.
But he was eligible for D1 after his 10th grade year. My youngest son, he saw the same thing. I pushed him like, yo, we got to get these grades bigger, faster, stronger, but we got to get these test scores. You know what I'm saying? So I paid bread for him to get that test score. And he took his SAT and his ACT one time a piece, and he dropped a 1400 and like a 33 on his ACT. Like I said, like, but
Wow.
nobody told us that back in the days. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
there was no. It's almost like it's the same thing as having a baby. There's
Yeah.
no prep. There's no preparation. We learning on the job daily.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We are playing basketball, and you're telling us we got to take a test. Wait a
Yeah.
minute, hold up. We didn't know about no
Yep.
test. We thought we was just coming here to play ball. No, you can't. You got to take this test.
Yeah.
So you're 100% right. And I think that's something that we definitely need. I'm glad you put that in the atmosphere as far as us not knowing the educational route
Yeah.
to play sports, because a lot of us didn't know that. We
Yeah.
just you're a star, you're a star. Hold up, but you still got to pass your classes. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, so I appreciate you bringing that out there, man. That's dope. Big up Gav and Justin.
Yeah. That's my sons, yo.
Okay,
Tito,
no
and yo,
doubt.
like Tito was from 320, right? Sterling Street. Like, yo, me and this dude, we chop it up all the time. Like, dudes don't recognize, like Tito, his son in medical school, yo.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? His son in medical school, yo.
That's
That's
right.
like when we come from the hood, that's unheard of. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Because
agreed.
that's what
Agreed.
my youngest son wanted. He wanted to do medical school. So he was like, yo, dad, I want to go play football, but I want to go hit this medical school. Yo, like I said, that shit, like, if he was in the hood, we would be like, yo, you talking about this medical school shit.
Yeah,
Like,
what
yo,
are
we
you
need to
doing?
go
Don't
get
be
this
doing that.
paper.
Don't be doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And I was
now,
going to ask you, finish the statement because I got a
yeah.
question to that. I
Cause
got a
so like
question to that.
now, you know what I'm saying? Once the high school that he went to, um, like I said, it was an academic athletic prep school. And that's what they push, yo. They push academics and they push athletics to like my sons, they went to Bowls. Bowls is where you got a whole bunch of them Olympic swimmers coming from. Ryan
Mhm.
Murphy and all them dudes, they went to
Mhm.
the same school. Mac Jones, quarterback at New England Patriots. Him and
Mhm.
my son went to the same school, yo.
Wow.
Um, and like I said, it was just different. The way they build their athletes are different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
you put a kid in a uniform all day long, we ain't got nothing to be fighting about and arguing about because, like I said, you're trying to compete in your sport, you're trying to get your grades. So but we, like I said, if we were just able to be given that guidance back in the days, but a lot of us we just didn't have our fathers in our lives, yo. So
Agreed.
who raised us? It was guys like Howie,
Yeah.
guys like Al. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother,
Benny,
Benny, these
your
coaches,
brother,
the
Dexter,
OGs. Yeah,
Dez,
yeah. It was
the
the OGs.
Shugs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we got it, man. And that's so when I heard Sherwin say that, like I said, that made me proud because yo, for one reason or the next, yo, you don't know where you're gonna end up, but there's a reason why. Like Sherwin was out of my group, Sherwin was the first one to leave the hood. And
Mhm.
Sherwin went up there, got his master's in like 4.5 years or something like that. He never, like, he wasn't running back to Brooklyn to go party every break he got. Sherwin was staying in there. He was doing the schoolwork. You
Mhm.
feel me? And now he could do what he's doing and it's blossoming, yo. So,
Yeah,
yeah. And that's like I said, that's what Stace is doing with Steph, yo. It's a beautiful thing, man.
definitely. Now, to piggyback on what you said, this is Bags in the Hood.
Yeah.
Bags is doing his thing at Wingate Championship guy. Was there anybody in that circle that you had around you pushing you back? Like, yo, don't do this. Yo, let's go do this. Let's do that differently. Or was there people pushing you in the right direction?
Nah, but so yo, even though we was in the hood, yo, my mom she still ran the crib. So dudes could have pushed me the wrong way. But yo, like I said, for me, um, once I had my older brother, he was murdered. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
my older brother, shouts to my brother Steve, rest in peace, yo.
Mm-hmm.
He was killed. He was a dope boy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, yo, and what I saw that shit did to my mom's, it's like, yo, I could never repeat that. I could
Right,
never
right, right,
repeat
right.
that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the hood that we grew up in and the hood today is different, yo. It's different, yo, with how these kids are. Like I said, back in the days, you could get a fair fight. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Nah, you can't do that, man. But like I said, so none of the dudes I was, we talk about Shugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why Shugs used to give me bread was because Shugs was like, yo, go play basketball, yo. You don't need to be around no gangster shit. You feel me?
Hmm.
And like I said, so I remember every day I used to come home from school, yo. I call Shugs out the window. Shugs would drop me some bread. I go and I get, Chinese food from the restaurant because that's
Right,
just shit.
right.
They used to call that shit latchkey kid when you go
Yeah.
home and your parents ain't there. You know what I'm saying? My
Hmm.
brother, my
Hmm.
sister was older, so they was going out, not coming home from school and shit like that. So, it was the dudes in the hood, you know, that took care of us. So, like I said, I never really had nobody pulling me into that negative space. If anything, they wanted to see us go in a positive direction. Because, like I said, when we got to eat and we got to produce for the hood, everybody else made it. That's how it was thought of. You
Facts.
feel me?
Facts.
Yeah,
And,
yo.
and that was key in growing up in that era where you can easily go left and you can easily go right,
Yeah.
but it also depends on the circle you was with. And we had a strong foundation because we
Yeah.
didn't want none of us wanted anybody to fail,
Right.
you
Right.
know. And if you did fail, there was a hard conversation coming behind that.
No doubt.
Like,
No
why are
doubt.
you here? Why are you doing this? You know, get your behind out the park. You know what I'm saying? You know, um,
Cause we grew up around a lot of dudes, shouts to Brooklyn Ave and, and,
yeah,
and
Brooklyn,
Mom
you
Day,
got
rest in
to. You know
peace,
what I'm
and
saying?
Raphael. Yo, we
Yeah.
saw all these dudes go to prison, yo. Like, yo, they will go to prison and come back around the way. And they were, like I said, we respected. They were the OGs, but
Yeah.
it's like, yo, we ain't trying to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like I said, Raphael was a Sterling Street, Leffers Park legend. You feel me?
Mhm,
But
mhm.
yo, that dude spent a lot of time behind bars, son. And like I was like, yo, nah, man, we ain't trying to do that, yo. I
That
want to go
wasn't
play
even an
basketball.
option.
And yo, when I got to Florida and I started seeing what nice basketball gyms and arenas look like, nice weight rooms, locker rooms with showers, man. And these, like I said, these country dudes down there was different, yo. Like, man, I was like, yeah, I was in heaven, man. I could go play ball all day, all night in a nice gym, fiberglass backboards. Like, come on, man. I
Right. You
wasn't
might have
trying to
walked.
give that up, no doubt.
You might have walked into. You got no one rim, no
Yeah,
net, no
no,
nothing like that. You know
oh
what I'm
man.
saying?
And then, like I said, then you got to start seeing all these D1 coaches coming out, asking you questions, pulling you aside. I was like, I was not trying to pass that opportunity up, man. But like I said, it all came back from Leffers Park, yo, Sterling World, baby.
Yeah, Sterling. Well, fact. Way to hold it down. Now, what was the competition like when if you ever played against Sherwin or Kenny and those guys? What was that like? Did y'all talk
But
trash to
just
each
it's
other?
just that inner battle, and like I said, because like I was a little big man, so Sherwin and Twigs and Kenny, they going at it, man. I was just like, yo, just give me the rock, you know what I'm saying? Because once y'all give me the rock, I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm
right,
drop
right.
stepping and I'm trying to get mines because y'all, I know they trying to get theirs, yo. So, but like I said, yo, the era that we came up in, and the four of us and my cousin Stace. Like I said, white boy James and Shafe, man. Like I said, these dudes I love. I remember another talented dude that was people don't recognize. Like, I don't know if a lot of y'all remember a dude named Shakon McNatt, yo, Shaw. And Shaw played as Sheep said. Shaw was a killer. But Shaw was another dude that was kind of smart too. Like, all of us was in those gifted classes.
Mm-hmm.
Doc was in them gifted classes too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we just had a bunch of dudes that, like I said, just was competitive. And as we got older and we got better, the competitiveness was there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so like, I talked to Ryder all the way up until I think retired. He retired because like what they did to Wingate now, I think is crazy. With
You know,
they got
like
all these,
5 schools in
yeah,
there
like
and
5
all
schools and one and all
that.
that shit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
some crazy
crazy.
shit to control them damn New York City kids now, yo. But
Yeah.
like I said, me and Ryder would always chop it up, man. And what Ryder was doing, because yo, if it was somebody who was helping recruiting out at Wingate, it was Mr. Ryder.
No,
You
Ryder
know what
was
I'm saying?
recruiting. He
Yeah,
was getting people in schools too. Like
yeah,
he had a
yeah,
connect too. You know what I'm saying? Which I thought was dope. That
yeah.
he had
So,
a nice little connect.
and that was funny because you know what I'm saying. Ryder wasn't coaching, but he was looking out for us, man. And like I said, back in them days, we was all giving problems in school and shit like that. But
Yeah,
yo, what these dudes was doing for us, you could sit back now and realize, like, yo, these dudes was really trying to help us, yo,
no question, no
for
doubt.
real,
It
yo.
was crazy. They actually cared. and it
Yeah,
was genuine, and it was
yeah,
genuine
yeah. It's
about what
just
they wanted.
like you talk about Junie, yo. Like
Oh
Junie,
man,
yo. That dude has got a that dude got a story too, yo.
I
You know what
interviewed
I'm
him.
saying? Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I interviewed him. I interviewed Tone.
I know you did Tone. I watched Tone.
I did Speedy.
Okay.
Uh, I did Boogs. You need to go back and check the Boog
I'm gonna
interview.
go check out Bugs.
Um, so I'm trying to get my brothers out there. I want to give them their flowers, And
Yeah.
these are guys that I connected with, of course.
Yeah.
We played
Yeah.
together, so it was different. So that's why I interviewed them, and I'm gonna tell you why I interviewed the book. I did books. So there was a guy who interviewed books. I
Mm,
think it was Flip the Script,
okay.
and he really tried to make Boog seem like he wasn't that legend in New York, and he kind of downplayed him a little bit, tried
No,
talking real
see.
bad about him. And so I saw the interview. Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even listen to the whole interview. I had to
Yeah.
stop because I started getting mad. So what I did was I hit up Boog. I said, "Yo, listen, Boog, I would like for you to come on my show. I don't like the way this guy represented you, and I want these people to really see who you are. We can talk
Yeah.
about that, but I want them to see." And he came on, man, and we did about an hour and a half interview. He did a great job, and we talked about a lot of things. People who don't think he talk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He talked, and I gave him his opportunity. And like he said, "Yo, I didn't even know those guys.
Yeah.
For them to be asking me questions about my family, like you can't do that. I
Yeah.
don't know you to be asking me about my family.
Yeah.
Like me and you talking." It's the same thing if we was talking in Lefferts Park. It's the
Right.
same conversation we'll
Right.
have,
Right.
just that now we're in front of other people with a bigger audience. And that's what he was saying.
That which is yo, like I said, first of all, if dudes ever go and look at Boog's size back in the days, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Boogs was a small dude, bro. And Boogs was giving people like you look at guards like back in them days, like you had Glenn, right? Glenn played like Glenn was a backup point guard with Sherwin and them at Loughlin. Glenn was a killer. Yo,
Hmm.
Boogs was outstanding. Like, cause think about something, right? You coming out of Brooklyn, yo, back in that time, because Boogs was a little bit before Steph. But
Yes,
but
yes, yes.
yo, you think about something, you put Boogs on Lincoln, Boogs do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The biggest thing about Boogs was, like I said, when you grow up in the hood, it's hard to stay focused. But Boogs was a special talent, man. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody to try to not give that dude flowers, like Boogs, like everybody knew Ed, bro. That dude was special. You know what I'm saying? And any guard from back in that era, you know what I'm saying, knew Boogs, yo.
tough,
So
tough.
like I said, man, like
I give
yo,
you another golfer back in that era.
who's
Ed
that?
Cota. Ed
Oh my
Cota.
God. So yo, Ed,
No,
so
that's what I'm trying to tell
and
you. Like,
so
look
yo,
who you matching up
son,
against every
son,
weekend,
yo,
yo.
Ed. So once again, you talking about how dudes was able to make it out. Because Ed was a little bit younger than us, but Howard used to bring Ed to come play with us in Midnight Express too, right?
Hmm.
Um, Ed was talented, bro. Ed was talented. I think once Ed got to that next level in high school, his confidence went up. But
Mm.
Ed was able to score on anybody, but he was a true point guard. You
True.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And he had the ability to make guys look good. You know what I'm saying? So what Ed Cota was doing, like I said, I got to sit back and watch that dude play at North Carolina while I was in
Hmm.
college, yo. And I'm telling you, dude was special, man. But for anybody that know, you have got to give shouts to Bug because, like I
Oh yeah.
said, and I respect what Kenny King was doing for that dude. Because, like I said, if it wasn't for basketball, and Bugs will probably attest to that shit. If it wasn't for basketball, that dude might have been killed a long time ago, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a fact.
Um,
Bugsy,
but
shout out to Bugsy. What up, family?
yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's crazy that
yeah. So, but nah, that dude was special, man. That dude was special.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely special,
so
hands down. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
no, bro, but like I said, Lefferts Park was legendary.
Mm,
And that's the only thing that pains me today is like I said, I'm in the South now, right? And I see the level that these guys take basketball to,
mm,
and I still get up to New York all the time, but like I said, New York basketball is almost extinct, yo. It's kind of dead. And if you got talent in New York City, people gonna push you outside the city.
Yeah,
for you to
that's
stay
what I
focused.
did notice that too. Like
Yeah,
I watch a couple of the high school Dunkers Delight games, and I'm looking like I don't even know who the kids are no more.
yeah,
They got to go to Gersh or somewhere Nike tournament. It got to be something labeled now. It wasn't
yeah,
labeled when we were playing. It was
yeah.
just us just playing for fun.
And
Um,
back in the, and you said so now the difference is the game has changed because think about it, right? Now you could record yourself and put it out there for everybody to watch. We ain't had that ability back in them days, man.
just imagine
Camcorders and
if
all
we
that.
had Facebook and YouTube
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Twitch and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that, man.
Yeah, it was different. It was a
Gee, it was
different time. So the
different.
ways guys had to go get it back in them days was just you had to go perform.
Mhm.
Today, you got guys doing some shit, in the dark. They put it on film and they getting opportunities, they getting offers, man. But yeah, that's the only thing that breaks my heart about New York City basketball. It just ain't the same no more. Cause like I said, if you got talent, you got to get out of the city to start getting recognized because you just don't have. I mean, I know you know, you had Long Island Lightning and them boys doing some stuff for a
Yeah,
little while. And
yeah,
like I said, they
yeah.
trying, man. But I just
Mhm.
think them kids up there, like I said, it's hard to stay focused in the hoods in New York, yo. You got to get out.
Mhm. I know you're a reggae guy. I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
up. I'm gonna bring up three sounds, and you tell me which one you're gonna pick. I know one of them is gonna be the cheat code. Earth Ruler,
Art Ruler, that's around the way, legendary, yo. That's where they started from, baby. You know what I'm saying?
King Addies,
King Addies, yeah. Yo, built more ballroom and all that stuff back in the days. But yo, Art
and
Ruler, that's
Sting International.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That not once again original, but yo, Art Ruler from around the way, bro.
Yeah,
Art Ruler.
exactly. It was always crazy growing up, and guys would bring out the sound. Carlton and Colin would bring them dudes on that side of town, and I never knew they were part of Earth Ruler.
Yo, shouts to Colin and Carlton. And I know,
That's
I know Colin back in yard, yo, but
yeah,
them dudes with their guns, bro. Like I said, them dudes used to get fucking violent in these tournaments, son. Yo, don't foul Colin hard, you know what I'm saying? Because Carlton playing, but Colin getting ready to fight. So now
get
Carlton get
ready.
into
You
it, yo.
ready?
Like I
You
said,
ready?
them dudes was legendary, man. Shouts to my dude Carlton and Colin, son.
Yeah,
Um,
shout out. I call him Baby Barkley. That was the first
yeah,
Barkley
yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. My man used to
That's
clap
cool.
boards, you know what I'm saying?
Clap on
Um,
you hard, yo.
yeah, yo. But nah, son, like I said, I was grateful for my time at Wingate.
Mhm.
Because I could always say I won a chip, yo. I won New York City championship. You know what I'm
The
saying?
only chip.
Yeah, not everybody can say that. Um, and like I said, I got to share it with a lot of good dudes, yo. A lot of good
Yeah,
dudes. My man Lefty was a
Lefty.
problem too.
Truck was over there.
Truck was over there. Yeah.
Oh
Mike Green.
man, Brooks.
Yeah, James Brooks.
Man, Brooks.
Katus, but like I said,
Katus, man,
always my
Katus.
man Corey Dogs. He out there on that
Ori
West Coast
Orr.
now. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. You know, like I said, it was epic, bro. It was epic, man. And like I said, I miss those times, yo. Those times, cause son, I still got the videotape of that game in the Garden. That's the one thing Cavalli didn't give everybody. Oh
Wow.
my God. Oh yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
ain't getting rid of that,
No, absolutely
huh?
not. Yo, absolutely not, man. Played against Mary Bertram and stuff like that. No, I'll never get rid of that, yo. That's epic. And all them trophies and stuff like that at my mom's crib in Brooklyn, yo. So she kept all of that stuff, man.
Somebody asked the question, what is the one thing you missed that you left Brooklyn? I know you just mentioned it.
Oh, like all my family's still back in Brooklyn. All my
Yeah,
boys still back
mine's
in
too.
Brooklyn. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Darren, Darwin, all them Maple Street dudes, Lefferts Ave, Sterling Street. But hey, when you grow up and stuff like that, now you got other responsibilities, yo. So I just had to, you know what I'm saying? I kept it out here in the country, yo, try to give my youngins opportunities and stuff like that. And then,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, yo, I landed a job as soon as I got out of college and shit.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of things like, yo, like nobody would ever thought, like, yo, so I never would have thought I would have gotten to police work, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had to do an internship while I was at JU because I had finished all my classes, but you had to keep a full course load to stay eligible.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, I took a 12-hour internship down at the juvenile jail, and I started down
Mm-hmm.
there. And then I joined the force. You know what I'm saying? I left the force. I joined the FBI. Went to the FBI for a year. It was kind of not what I thought it was going to be. So I came back down here in
Hmm.
Jacksonville, and so been doing homicide. I've been on the force now, what, 20, 23 years. You know what I'm saying? So
That's crazy, bro.
yeah, son. And like I said, it's just like what Sherwin is saying. Sherwin's saying he working with the youth deep in the hood, trying to give
Yeah.
them opportunities and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I got to be on that other side and stuff like that. And when them
Oh,
dudes
no
ain't doing
doubt.
right,
You
we
got to
got
do what you got to
to.
do to provide
Yeah,
for the
absolutely,
family. That's all that matters. We
absolutely,
can. Calf, I'll be up there for Thanksgiving, the 22nd to
yeah,
December the 3rd. I'm coming up there for that. Coming to
yeah.
see the family. I haven't been home for the holidays in a minute, so I'm looking forward to getting some good food.
Yo, and yo. We
You
talk
know
about
that
one
good
thing I
food.
miss from Brooklyn is the food, son.
Boy,
You know what I'm saying?
it ain't
Yeah.
nothing like home
Yeah,
cooked
yo. Yeah, 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 yeah,
fresh. You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm
As soon
saying?
as I, as
Oh
soon as
my
I run
god.
back to Brooklyn, that's the first thing you got to eat. You know what I mean? But
Oh man, I get it all. I get the hero, I get the Chinese, I get the
oh,
pizza,
the
I get
pizza, yeah,
everything in a row. I get the chips. I get
yeah, son, yeah, yeah.
I go
Yo,
crazy.
you bugging, yo. Every time I used to run back, I was like, yo, I gotta go hit White Castle, son. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? I gotta go hit White Castle, yo, for real.
yeah, you right,
You know what I
you
mean?
right, you right.
But yeah, absolutely, yo. But like I said, yo, I'm so glad, what I'm saying, you're doing your thing. Because what you're doing, like I said, I appreciate them flowers that you're giving out. And you just like I said, listening to this stuff is good because you just get to listen and sit back and hear dudes from back when you played talk about those days. You feel me?
Mm.
And that's what's positive, man. But I always wanted to say thanks to Hal. I love you. Appreciate what you did for me. Shouts to my guy Moose, because if it wasn't for you, I'd have never made it to Florida. Wouldn't even had that connect. You know what I'm saying? Frank with Ice T. He probably still working on Ice T. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think he's still doing some
Yeah,
iced
yeah,
tea
yeah,
things out
yeah,
here. You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Guys like Tippy,
Yeah, Tippy
Shugs
definitely.
and all the OGs. But like I said, yo, them games in Lefferts Park was legendary with some of them Sundays of them games you get to sit on the sideline and watch, yo. But definitely, I know how. Look, you're doing Wingate Park. You got to bring Dunkers Delight back to Lefferts Park.
We
Um,
doing that reunion. Don't worry, we're
yeah,
gonna do that reunion. They
yeah,
doing it. They doing left. It's over.
yeah. Oh,
So
they
we're
doing
gonna
Lefferts
be
over right now
yeah.
again?
They're gonna be doing it over. So when
Okay.
we do it, when they get it done, we opening it up.
Yeah.
That's
So
us.
your sons, yo, I know you got them. You got the little youngins and stuff like that. How they doing? Cause where they hooping at? Out in Texas, right?
Yeah, I'm out in Dallas.
Okay.
My son, he's sixth grade, but he plays up in seventh grade, and then my other
Yeah.
one, he's like the computer whiz. But he's going to start playing football next year. He
Wow.
actually got invited to play in the play in the Jermaine O'Neal tournament
Okay.
last weekend, and I asked him, and he was like, "Well, Dad," I said, "Well, you know what? If you saying, well, Dad, that means you don't want to play. I'm not going to force you."
Right.
He wanted to be a kid. He wanted to just hang
Absolutely.
around and play Xbox, and that's fine.
Right. Right.
And then he got offered to play again this weekend. So if he says he wants to play, then I'm like, all right, we're gonna go play. I leave it up to him.
But yo,
But the one thing I tell him, don't make no excuses,
right.
because you know why you missing. You
Yeah.
know why you're not doing. You're not putting in the time. So
Right.
we ain't gonna argue about that. But
But
if you want to
son,
be a kid,
you
I'll
in
let you be a kid.
Texas?
Yeah,
Yo, football is the shit down there. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Well, you got
crazy.
you got high school stadiums better than most D1 college stadiums, bro.
Yo, it's
Um,
out of control. They have one
it's a problem.
stadium out here in Allen, was 1 point something billion.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah, yeah.
crazy out here. Like,
Yeah, them, and what Jerry Jones got, at his little practice facility, they
oh
got,
man,
I'm
they
telling
got
you,
the star and all this stuff. They got the kids
Florida,
playing in it. Oh my
Cali,
god.
Texas, Georgia, you know what I'm saying? That's where football reigns supreme, yo. Like I said, basketball was up north, but down here, football is where it's at. That's where all you kids get these offers from. Like I said, if your kid is
Yes.
halfway decent on a football field coming out of Texas, he gonna get love, yo, because they just know that those kids, that's what they play. Their
Well,
IQ down there
he
is
said
sick.
he wants to do it next year. I mean, he's going. He does flag. He does
Okay.
flag. He's really good in that.
Yeah.
But he's like, I
Ain't no
want to
sense
try.
put that pounding on that body. Yeah, wait till he get about eighth grade, seventh,
I
eighth grade.
told him, I said, when you ready, we go do it. If you say, well, Dad, I don't want to, it's no pressure.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
thing, though.
yeah.
I can give him training for that. I played it for fun. I
Right,
can't tell you with the
right,
equipment. I never did that.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
So
But that's a blessing that he's doing his thing. I'm happy. He makes me proud. Both my
Absolutely.
boys, man. My daughter, she 19 in New York.
Oh,
She
for
making
real?
me. Yeah, I got a daughter in New York too. She make
Okay.
me proud too. She working hard. She didn't want to go to school. She said, "Dad, I want to work." Okay, whenever you're
There you
ready to do
go.
your college thing, I'm
Just be
here.
productive. Be productive, yo.
That's
That's all
it.
you asking.
That's
Be
it.
productive, yo. When you gonna get
Yeah,
Kenny? When you gonna get Kenny? When you gonna get Kenny on here, yo?
Well, I got to link up with him now because I wanted to keep it go back to back between the championships row. I
Mm.
wanted to got Sherwin, I got you. Now I got to get him.
Yeah.
I got to get him on the facts. And once I get him on the line, once I get all three of y'all interviewed, then I'm gonna bring all three of y'all back. We're gonna do one big interview.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
And
But
then, like I said, yo, you gotta have Twigs. Yo, Twigs won that
no,
chip.
I want Twigs. I
You
want
know what I'm
Twigs in
saying?
there
Yeah,
too.
Twigs
Yeah.
won that chip. Twigs, I think
Surprised he ain't even on here.
yeah, Twigs got that early with Lincoln, yo. Like I
Yeah,
said,
when he came on, he talked about that. He
yeah,
talked about that. When I had everybody on here one time.
yeah,
I
yeah.
had an open forum and everybody was on there, and it was I think we was on here for 5 hours, bro. It was out of control, and
Yeah,
I mean I
son.
didn't want to cut nobody off. I said just keep talking. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And,
So
and 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 that's why I always say, yo, between Skid, Doc, and Twigs, yo, like I said, them the dudes that taught me how to make a layup. So I always gotta pay mad love to them guys, man. Like I said, that we started at the park, and that last court back there, right, that was bucked up right to the staircase at the back
mm-hmm.
of Atwell 61. And we just started working on layups, yo, late at night. And like I said, yo, but think about something. It was snow, it was raining. We still out of the park. We
It
still
didn't
out.
matter.
We at the park, yo. Like I
We
said, it was
played.
just,
It's 40 degrees right here now in
yeah,
Dallas. It's 40 degrees right now.
yeah.
We're gonna get on a hoodie and go out there and play with some sweats.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Like my son, he got a game. They play against Cornell this weekend. I think it's the first game that is going to be like because I've been traveling with him watching the game. They've been in the mid 60s, yo.
Oh
But I
wow.
think this weekend is going to be in the 50s. Even
It's
that
gonna
ain't
be a
even
little
really
nippy.
that
It's gonna be
cold.
a little
Yeah,
nippy.
yeah. So like I said, I get to travel with him, yo, because he went to school. We was expecting a red shirt and all that stuff.
Mm-mm.
Because he's a tight end. He went up there was 11 tight ends, yo. 11 tight ends on the roster. And coach said, yo, I'm only traveling 3 tight ends. So like I told my son, just like that Brooklyn mentality, like, yo, you just got to go get you a spot. Like tell them dudes,
That's right.
if you traveling 3, like, yo, 10 of y'all got problems, yo, because y'all got to go get it. Cause I know I got a spot. And that's what he did. But like I said, Florida football players built differently. They
Mm-hmm.
built like New York basketball players from back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
The level of the way they know the game, and that's all they do in Florida. All year long. The weather's always great down here.
That's great. You can play. Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
saying. There's no time off in that.
yeah. So my son was at the time he was one of only 2 freshmen traveling, and now they starting a freshman quarterback from Cali who's nice with it. So he's one of 3 freshmen to play, with the team and stuff like that. So. Like I said, it's just different. So when you start getting into that football stuff with your son, yo, I'm telling you, it's another level of excitement, yo.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever he start doing, the traveling, talking to these coaches.
Yeah,
Some of these coaches think you don't know what you're talking about, or if you don't know what you, especially the basketball world right now. With
yeah,
my son, they swear they be trying to offer my son all sneakers and bags. I'm like, yo, he don't need that, man. They were like, what you
yeah,
talking about? I'm like, yo, he don't need that. I can
yeah,
go buy his shoes and the bag myself. I don't need that.
yeah,
Come play on this super team. Nah, we good
yeah.
over here. He gonna play to get his rep. He ain't sitting the bench for nobody.
No
You
doubt,
know what I'm saying?
no
And he
doubt, no
works
doubt.
out and he puts in his work. So I'm very
And that's all
happy.
once again, that's all you asking these
That's
kids to
it.
do, yo. Because at the end of the day, I always tell little athletes and dudes that doing this law enforcement stuff, dudes that you see in the hood, yo. I always tell them, man, average grades and average talent will get you a scholarship.
Hmm.
um, Great grades and average talent will get you a scholarship. Or if your grades suck, you better be hooping like Steph Curry and LeBron James, and you're gonna get a scholarship.
Right, you're right.
You feel me? But that's
That's
what you got to
facts.
remember. Like I said, so if your grades is average, because there's so much colleges out here, and no matter what sport you play, people don't just think of D1, but D2, D3, NAIA, and what you got to try to get these young kids to do is recognize the fact that there's a place for all of y'all to play. if that's what you want. You feel me?
Hmm.
So like I said, once he gets started in that football stuff down there, yo, it's where it's
Yeah,
at, bro,
it's
for real.
it's gonna be on. So, anything you want to close with, my brother?
Nah, bro, I'm like I said, yo, shouts to you. Once again, rest in peace to your moms. Yo, I appreciate you doing this.
No
Like I
doubt.
said, yo, so yeah, I know you think I be bugging. So when I'm usually watching y'all, I'm usually standing up working somewhere, yo. Yeah,
I
so
know.
so
I
that's
know
what.
you be linking in. Though I be seeing
Yeah,
you linking
yeah,
in.
yeah. Or like even when I'm doing like I'm out on my homicide scene and I get the little the little notification. I'm pulling up, I'm watching, but I'm out there on a murder scene, yo. You know what I'm saying? But
Wow, that's
I'm
what's up,
watching
bro.
this. So, but like I said, I definitely wanted to link because after watching Sherman last week, yo, and Sherman and I got to chop it up when his pops passed away.
Hmm.
We chopped it up for about an hour and stuff like that. And just
Hmm.
like you said, yo, you don't have to speak to a dude every week to know it's still love out there. You feel me?
No
So,
question. No
but when we
question.
talk, yo, it's just like brothers, just like yesterday. So,
Hmm.
Sherman trying to do a lot of positive things, and I know he lost his pops, yo, and Mr. Anderson was a good dude, yo. Because like I
Hmm.
said, growing up in the hood where we were, a lot of us ain't have fathers.
No.
So the dudes that I played ball with, Kenny and Sherman was the guys that had fathers in their house.
Hmm.
And like I said, for him to lose his king, yo, like I said, I know it was rough, yo. So
Hmm.
but yo, keep doing what you're doing. Like I said,
No
I
doubt.
definitely got to go back and pull up that A60 with bugs on it because I got to watch
Yeah, pull up with that,
Legend of
man. It's
Legend.
there. I did that. That's on my
Um,
you. That's on. You probably catch that on YouTube if you
okay,
don't catch it on the
okay,
YouTube channel.
that and Junior, yo. Like I
Junior,
said,
yeah,
them
that's on
dudes.
the YouTube too. Yep.
Yo, hey, I will tell you, and niggas from Leffers Park could never lie, yo. Yo, a lot of us fear Junie, bro. Because like I said,
You
man,
ain't
him
the
and
only
Philly
one.
Springer, them dudes was on pogo sticks, yo. Like I said,
Them
yo,
dudes, man.
Junie, like I said, you had that bow-legged, like left-handed dude.
Oh my
Like it's the only
god,
dude that I used to
man.
see shoot free throws from the corner of the free throw line, yo. Like I said, Junie was built differently, yo, and
Tone built differently.
yo,
That Nike
so
One team was different. They was just
yeah,
different.
oh yeah, yo, yeah,
Get high, get drunk, and beat somebody by 60.
yeah, yeah.
Come on, man. Cheat
But them dudes
codes.
was built different, yo. And like I said, yo, there's a lot of dudes in Left Park fearing them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah,
But like I said, shouts to all them dudes, man. And I'm just glad to see a lot of them still alive, bro, because we lost a
definitely.
lot of dudes,
A
bro. A
lot
lot
of
of dudes.
brothers. This COVID, man, it make you
Yeah,
wake up and
yeah,
realize life is
yeah,
not. Don't take it for granted, man. Live your life,
yeah,
and that's why I started doing it. Like just talking to our brothers.
yeah,
I see other people podcasts and I watch, but they mostly talking to just the superstars.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right,
And
right,
I'm
right.
like, wait a minute, my neighborhood got superstars too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like LP, we do this too over here.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
don't
yeah,
forget
yeah,
about our park. Don't forget about Wingate. My family over there at Wingate,
yeah,
my Ebersfield family. We all
yeah.
got it, and we all in the same community. So
Yep.
that's why I wanted to, do my little LP role. I got to shout everybody out. Midnight
Yeah, respect to
Express,
you for that. And
everybody.
watching how was definitely epic, yo. Because like I
That
said,
was, you see, I had to pop the champagne
yeah,
for my man.
yeah, yeah.
That,
Watching how was epic, bro.
and it was more emotional for me than him. Like I
Yeah,
said, I'm interviewing my coach.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
my first coach. You know what I'm saying? You here, I got
yeah,
a chance, and then I interviewed you. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So, whenever I go back to the crib, I definitely try to link up, make sure, if the kids need something, Hal, just tell me, Shannon to hit me up. Al, can you sponsor a team, out there in Lefferts? So I try to sponsor an A60 team this year,
okay,
So I always try to, give back to the community. That's our neighborhood. Like we got
yeah.
to if we don't
And I
do it.
told how, like I said, because I was serious with it that I told him I would sponsor a team because all the shit that he did for us, bro.
Oh
You know what
my
I'm saying?
God.
Like I know how I had to. Well, how be like, yo, referee fees. Everybody bring $3.
$5,
Shit, I know how I was walking with that bread in his pocket because he know we was short every
$3.
time, bro.
Every time.
Every time we was
And
short.
then at the end of the game, go get a Gatorade, go get a
Yeah,
water, some
yeah,
chips,
yeah,
whatever it was. He made sure we had it. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Train
No doubt.
fare,
All of
instead
that.
dudes hopping the train. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
just a blessing to have somebody like that in
I
our life.
remember, yo, talk about one story. Like the first time we ever made it to Harlem, I know it was me, I think it was me. I don't know if Kenny was on this one, but it was me, Sherwin, and Twigs. It could have been me, Sherwin, Twigs, and Kenny because we always roll together.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to play with this team up in Harlem, yo, off I think it was like right around 125th, yo. This before gauchos and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yo, we used to go up there with no bread. Like the plan was, yo, we start at Sterling Street. If it's cops down there, we're gonna walk up to President. If it's cops there, we walk to Franklin Ave. We were just trying to find somewhere we could hop the train. You know what I'm saying? You go, you hoop, and then you do the same shit on the way back. You get to the first train station. If it's a cop there, you just wait, or you walk to the next train station. You know what I'm saying? But that's how much we love basketball, yo. We was going places with no money in our pocket, hopping trains just to go play ball, bro.
Yo, that is crazy. And
Yeah, son.
I'm gonna tell you a Levi story. Levi probably don't want to hear this story. So we go work out with this team in Brownsville.
Yeah.
So they give us train fare to come home.
Mm.
So Levi goes, yo, Al.
David Cromwell, Staten Island, baby.
He said, yo, we can hop the train, keep that money, and when we get off on Franklin Avenue, we can go get a hero and a soda.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Hop the train, police. So we get arrested, go down. I'm like, this dude fucking Levi. He got me with these cuffs on. Come on, man. Now, mind you, we in the train station. Because you know the station is right
Yeah.
is in Franklin Avenue.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm got cuffs behind my back. So I see the dude I went to school with. He said, Al, you? And I'm like, oh man, he got me all hemmed up for hopping the train. You know what I'm saying? So I understood with that $1.50 back then or $2, to get us a quick sandwich. Still there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Look, and look at Leo, and we still got the
Still
hero
got
though.
that hero. Seriously, that's gangster, baby. Hey, that's what they used to say. We was living off the land back in them days, yo. Because like I said, none of us, we ain't coming with no kind of bread, yo. You go to the store, you try to steal you some shit, you hop the train, you go play ball and come back and do the same thing and bring it back, yo. I mean, that's what it was, man. For real. Yeah. So
But
like I said,
Bags, listen, I'm gonna give you your flower, man. I really appreciate you giving me your time, your
no doubt,
energy,
fam. No
man.
doubt, yo. No doubt.
This interview, it means a lot to me personally, because we family. It means a lot to my
Absolutely.
LP family, Midnight Express family, that we get you. They always ask
My
if
man
Bags
Ishmael on the check.
Ish is on
Ish,
the
what's good, fam? How are
line,
you, yo?
all the way from Africa, all the way from
So,
Africa.
you ordered son in Africa?
He in Africa.
Wow. Yo,
Ish
Ish,
is on the check-in from
What's
Africa.
good, fam? What's good, yo? You probably back there as a king now, ain't you?
But he
Yo,
got
Gabe's,
pharaohs.
Levi, Gabe's is good, yo. I don't speak to Gabe's as much. Yo, Gabe's be between Florida down there by his sister and in Brooklyn, yo. But he chilling. He alive, baby. He alive. He good.
So
Yo,
anybody that's out here, if y'all got questions for Bags, throw them out. Anybody got questions for him?
Ishmael in Africa, yo. That's
And
what's up,
my
fam.
man Ish on the check-in. I told him he was gonna get in. I told him, I said, you gotta check when we get in. And he does.
Yo, where Levi at? Yo, Levi in Texas too?
He's with me. He out here.
Oh, for real?
He out here with me. Yeah.
That's what's up, yo.
He's out here with me. We link up. His son out here playing ball too.
Oh, for real?
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
Yeah. So he won't let his son come play for me. I don't know why he won't let his son come play.
Oh, that's
You
fine,
know,
bro.
we
That's
gonna
where you're
leave that.
supposed to start at, yo.
That's why I keep telling him he's foul. He won't let him come play with me.
But yo, you gotta link up with Desmond too, yo. Desmond doing
No,
big
I
things in the
gotta
NBA.
get with the general because I know he got the clothing line out. I want to get on that too. You know what I'm saying? But more importantly, I definitely got to link out with him, getting
My
into
boy
ATL
Bombay,
and coming down.
Kingston Ave.
Yeah, you know what I'm
You
saying?
was bugged too. Back in the days, yo, me and Dez, yo. Like, yo, ask Dez if you ever link up with it. Like, me and him used to go to Yankees games back in the day. Just me and him, yo, when we was young. Hop the train and get up to 161st and go watch the Yankees, yo. That's what we used to do back in the days, man.
Yo, that's crazy.
Just me and Desmond, yo.
Just to go.
Just to go, yo. That's what we used to do, man. Just to
Yo,
go watch the Yankees. Way back in the days, me and Powell. Yeah, son.
Wow. Yo, you
Yeah,
got let Stacy know. I want to link with him too, man, because I want
that's
his
what's up.
story too. I definitely want him to
Yeah,
be on here to tell his story.
I definitely. Like I said, I'm gonna link him tonight when I get off the phone with you. Um, you know what I'm saying? He went away. Did they, son? When I
Man,
went away
always
from,
treat you different.
yeah, son. I mean, it was respect, yo. Remember, because back then I
Mhm.
went down there. My boy Marlon with the barbershop. Marlon gave me the sweet cut.
Mhm.
You know, the crazy cut designs all in your head. You know, you walking out. Yeah, everybody back in them days, all I wore to school was shorts and Tims, bro. That's it. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
shout out to Marlon because I interviewed him about his book.
Oh, that's what's up.
I interviewed him
Yo,
about his book. Yes,
that's
yeah,
my
I tried
guy.
to tell you. Yeah,
Yo,
Marlon, my guy
Marlon.
Marlon. Yeah.
Yo, son, Marlon. Yo, bro, I tell you stories about Marlon and his cut. That dude was talented, bro. That was one of the youngest talented
I didn't know
barbers
he was
ever.
cutting hair in the hood. Like real
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. Tito said if I remember my first high school dunk, nah, I do remember the first dude I dunked on was Reggie at the park. Playing a full court game. Oh yeah, I caught one, baby. Reggie was the first victim, bro. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tito, what was your first dunk?
Reggie from 317, baby. Yeah, he caught it, baby. Yes,
That's
sir.
funny. I actually caught my first dunk on the first court. Just
Yeah.
a one handed dunk. Yo, you remember? People don't remember this dude, and I know you got to remember Jason. Remember jumping Jason?
Which Jason? Not Bumpy.
Oh man, he used to wear jean shorts all the time. Jumping Jason, and he played handball.
Oh, Tito did, yeah. Tito did say automotive. Yeah, I think that's
Automotive.
automotive Tito, if I'm not mistaken. I think I left the rim bent like automotive. Yo, what's up, Bug? Yo, automotive court was, man. Yo, automotive court was like we was like playing on half court. That's how tiny that place was, yo.
Automotive. I
Um,
thought what's the name court looked bad. Claire
who?
Barton. Claire Barton looked like
No, telecommunic. No, Barton Court was not that bad.
that little
Telecommunications,
small thing y'all used to play in that little. That looked crazy, bro.
bro. Telecommunications had the tiniest gym you ever want to play in. Like this is what I say. Like you come down south, these basketball gyms out here, yo, it's ridiculous.
Yo,
You
it's out of
Texas,
control. Dude. These high school back, they look. Yo, it's a school out here called Duncanville. They got
Dunk,
six full
yeah,
court.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
got six full court basketball like arenas.
yeah, bro. Yo,
Oh, he said,
that dude.
did you get Sadell
First
from
of
Love to
all,
Hit?
shouts to my boy Sadell Pitt. So you talking
Yes,
about
yes.
Yo, let me shout to Sadell. Cause
Hmm.
Sadell and I, we had one thing in common. We was two big at grown ass dudes sucking our thumbs, yo. I love that dude, Sadell. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Dell was nice with it. You hear me? Sadell, yo, if you could link Sadell, you
He
need to
be
do
on.
it.
He be on. He be
Okay.
on. He be on.
Sadell was
He be on.
nice, yo. You hear me?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was my guy. Yo, Sadell was,
Another
you know,
Midnight Express brother.
Sadell could
Yes.
handle a rock, could shoot, could post you up. Sadell was nice with it, yo.
Mm.
Yeah, that's my guy, Sadell Pitt, bro. Shouts to
Yeah,
Sadell, yo.
Sadell was a problem.
Yeah,
Sadell was a problem.
yeah,
That's a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
fact, man.
yeah.
Oh
Big
man,
Dell
everybody
was
out
nice
here
with it,
is
man.
to check in. Automotive, okay, automotive.
Yeah,
Telecommunications was my first game. Okay,
that was Tito. Yeah, Tito. We played at telecommunications. Yeah, that was like I said, that was the one thing I ain't gonna lie. I always remember Cavalli for. Like I said, I ain't never had to catch that iron horse back to the crib. My dude always put me in the car, yo. Um,
they
you
said he
know.
used to bring him to the gate to hoop, just to bring Sadell.
Oh, and Sadell was right up the hill, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Sadell
said
was suck
second.
your thumb and give you quarter. That facts, facts for sure.
Yo, that's crazy.
Facts, yo. Yeah, that's the one thing me and Dell had in common, yo. We both was big motherfuckers that we sucked our thumb, but that motherfucker, he was a problem. You hear
Let
me?
Let me ask you this question:
Yeah.
who was a better shooter, Dwayne Archibald or Kenny Archibald?
Wow. Wow.
Because
Wow. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get little bro on here
Yeah.
too.
There's
I'm gonna
no
get little bro on
so,
here.
but here's the difference. Here's the difference. Kenny had to learn how to shoot. You see what I'm saying? What
Mm,
Dwayne had was Dwayne had he had the understanding of what his brother went through. So his shit was getting developed, but Dwayne was always a shooter. You see, when
Yeah.
Dwayne first started, Dwayne was a shooter. Dwayne
Yeah.
was problem. Shout out to my man Dwayne Arch. Yo. Dwayne was a problem, yo.
Look, Dave said, "There you go, Al,"
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I asked him the same question when I
yeah.
was on
No,
here.
Dwayne was a but and like I said, so look, I ain't gonna I'm always gonna shout Kenny because Kenny was
Of
my guy.
course.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
But once again, Dwayne was a pure shooter. But that's the reason why Kenny made it as far as he did. It wasn't a lot of dudes that could shoot like Kenny, man. It wasn't a lot of dudes that could shoot like Kenny. But
That
I'm gonna
thing
tell you
was
something too,
good.
man. I don't know if you remember White Boy James and Shafe.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Boy.
Them dudes, yo, them dudes, yeah, like I said, them dudes was problems.
Boy.
Yo,
Especially Shave. Especially Shave.
so here's what's bug, right? When I was in JUCO, right? Shafe was playing at Hofstra. So I got recruited to Hofstra, and Shafe hosted me when he was at Hofstra. And that was back in the days where what's your boy, the head coach at Villanova?
James Wright. Jamie Wright.
Jay Wright. Jay Wright
Jay
was the
Wright.
coach.
Jay Wright.
Yeah, Jay Wright
Oh,
recruited
so
me.
Speedy Claxton was over there.
Yeah,
No.
no, this was before. This was
This was before
before.
Speedy.
This was
Speedy.
before
Right.
Speedy.
Right.
But yeah, it was. So I remember I went out. They do the dinner and stuff like that, and Jay had me talking to Raleigh Massimino. We sat down and did dinner together. Coach Raleigh Massimino, old Villanova coach. But yeah, that's where what I'm saying, Shafe was over there doing his thing. But Jay Wright was the dude that recruited me to come back to Hofstra. But like I said, I just had to stay down south, yo. D Arch better shooter on the best Howie squad. Yeah, but like I said, D
Yeah,
Arch
but that
wasn't
was
bringing home them chips from Midnight Express like we was though, bro. But nah,
yeah.
yo, D Arch was he was the better shooter because he started
Yeah.
shooting from young. Kenny
Yeah.
had to learn how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So
He gave you a shout out too.
who's that? Yeah, so we use little Black Maple Streets here. You always go over here like bags.
You remember Darren?
Yeah, no. Me and Black. Shouts to my boy Black in
Yeah.
Darwin. They come to me and Black was together at Yale. My son played at Yale up in Connecticut 2 weeks ago, and Black came out, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, son. So nah, that's like my brother, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Another old school.
Look how
That's
you said
family.
which tournament was the best, High Energy or Dunkers or Sonny Lewis? So High Energy was a nice tournament, yo.
High Energy was tough.
Yeah, Keith was doing it
High
back
Energy
then. You know what I'm
was
saying?
tough.
Him and his lady.
But I like Dunk. I had to go with
Dunkers,
Dunk.
I mean, because Dunkers was different because you
The
got a 3
3-point.
points for
Yeah.
dunking. And
Yeah,
that's
I
when
had to
Nike
do
One was coming through, because that's when Tony and Junie them dudes was putting up buckets because they was dunking all the fucking time. Them dudes was on pogo sticks,
Yeah,
man.
man. That's about 60 points, just
So
dunks alone.
yeah, so I'm always stay home and say, dunkers are like, but Sonny Lewis, you know what I'm saying? Sonny
Sonny
Lewis
Lewis is
tournament
nice.
out
Sonny
of
Lewis
Brevoort.
nice.
Yeah, out of Brevoort. Brevoort was where it's at. Sonny Lewis always did his thing. And then, you know what I'm saying? He was the old school ref, yo. So
Wasn't Sonny Lewis out there in Murrow? That was Murrow, right?
Sonny Lewis used to do something in Murrow some nights as well. But he was, yeah, I think he could have been running like the after school tournament at Murrow.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not mistaken, Sonny ran his tournament in Brevoort Projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran his in Brevoort Projects, and Hal could correct me on that. And then they also had D&D at Prospect Plaza.
D&D.
Yeah. But no, but Dunkers a lot. I'm always stay home with the fam and say
Yeah, I gotta go with
because
Dunkers.
Dunkers was different. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
different.
Dunkers
It
was
was
different.
It was different.
And then Hal took us up to a tournament on 125th one time.
Shit, youth service was different.
Yeah, youth service was the shit, yo.
Youth service was
Yeah,
different too.
yeah,
Youth service was different
yeah.
too.
Because some of them games at 391 was epic, yo.
Ooh.
But Hal took us to this tournament. I forgot the name of it. It was up at on 125th Street. No, it was on 136. And they had the graffiti jerseys and all that stuff. And I remember Dez used to come up there and get them dudes the business, yo, because Dez was playing with us. Yeah, because I was a damn travel, yo. But like I said, yo, when Howie said come hoop, yo, we would go wherever Howie told us to.
Oh
Yo,
yeah, it didn't matter. As long as we had enough to get where we was going. If we didn't
yeah,
have enough, we made sure we was going.
yeah, yo. But like I said, them dudes that some of them dudes that came through are how, like I always say, yo, Lamont Jones, Charles Jones, them dudes was, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, we had a lot of dudes that came through and played with us that rep, yo. So because at one time Howie for there was a tournament that Howie had Mashburn come play. Um, you could check with Howie, but how Mash came and played with Howie one time. But like I said, Crafton Ferguson,
Oh my God.
Burger Phillips,
Mhm.
um, came through. Like I said, yeah, we was out there traveling. People respected us, man. There's no doubt about that.
You do say this dirt what Duran was ever nice.
No,
Come
no,
on, man.
that's my guy. That's my brother,
Yeah,
yo. Like I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
yeah,
We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do
yeah.
that. No.
Um,
They're trying to start some extra trouble on here. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
So, but yeah, like I said, keep doing you.
No doubt.
It's nothing but positive energy that you bringing and stuff like that. So, like I said, I always appreciate this, man. No doubt.
No doubt, man. Listen, I appreciate you, my brother. Your flowers is well deserved and needed for what you did for LP, Sterling World, Wingate, just the Midnight Express family. I just want to say thank you, my brother, and
Love,
respect
fam.
to you and the fan, what you got going on with your young ones. And my platform is always your platform, bro. Whenever
No
you want to
doubt.
get on and talk, just let me know. We could do something.
My man, Dame Gerard from Lefferts Park, yo. Like I said, yo.
Yeah, that's how you know we go far back when you
Yes,
call
sir.
dudes by their middle name.
Yeah, yo, yeah, son. Like I said, the original baseball dons, you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
you know what
So,
I'm saying? That's how
yeah,
you know it
son.
go far
Yeah,
back,
yo. Like I
man.
said, that's how we do. It's from forever, yo. Like I said, this is 30 years in the making, baby. You
Oh
know what I mean?
man,
So,
and we can
um,
still laugh and joke and talk like this never
yeah,
happened,
Dave,
man.
always good, fam. Always good, yo.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man.
Absolutely, son. But yo, love, bro.
Love,
I appreciate
appreciate
what
you,
you're doing.
family.
Keep doing what you're doing. You got the
Uh
number.
oh, uh oh, uh oh.
What happened?
Dwayne logged in.
Dwayne Arch?
Yeah, he just checked in.
No, it's too late. It's too late,
Yeah,
my
no,
baby.
no,
Hey,
no, too late.
your brother was a better shooter, bro.
Oh, see, look.
I know you did your thing at Sienna, but Kenny was a better shooter, bro.
Uh-oh, so you gonna start? You see, it's going. See,
No
now
doubt, Z.
he want to stay on here another 2 hours. You gonna start here with this
Yeah,
dude,
yo.
man?
Like I said,
Nah,
Dwayne did his thing. Like I said, Dwayne got a chance. Like I said, the guys coming up behind us was able to push the envelope a little bit further. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and that's what it was. So, Dwayne seeing his brother and stuff like that only had to fuel him.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, he was able to go out there do his thing. So the fires. Yeah,
Fires.
yeah, they I know you smoking one, bro.
Yeah, I already know, boy.
But
Oh,
Ish, son, it was good, yo. I couldn't even see this dude's
look.
face, yo. I know Ish is a king out there in Africa. Yo, what part of Africa you at, son?
Yeah, he got lion, tigers, and bears in his
Yeah,
backyard, man.
yeah.
Look at
Um,
Dwayne laughing. He be checking in too.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but listen, man.
You gotta definitely, you did one with Dwayne.
No, he just been on, but I gotta get one with him when he's
Yeah,
available.
yeah.
But I definitely, want to get him and his brother. You know what I'm
Dios, yeah,
saying?
that will be classic.
Yeah,
Dios needs to lock in, lock in,
yeah,
grab your brother,
yeah,
and like I
yeah. I
said, y'all
definitely want
definitely.
to get both of them on. I definitely think say he in
Dave
some
said he
mood.
in some
He's some
mood
mood.
now. Yo, oh, okay, he in Atlanta,
Uh,
yo. Yo, let's link Ish, definitely, yo. Like I said, I got to send you, you know what I'm saying? I definitely, because I would love to speak to Ish, yo. I ain't see Ish,
Yo,
God,
Ish.
since I
Yeah,
left
I
Brooklyn,
talk
man.
Ish be calling me. Shout out to Ish. Ish gave me some classic hand stitched pictures from Africa.
Oh, for real?
Yo, it's crazy,
How
bro.
long
Like
son been back there, yo?
Ish been there forever. I can't even tell you. Ish can probably tell you better than I can. I know
Wow.
Ish been back there for a minute. He'll pop into Texas every once in a while and then pop back out.
Yo, son, I'm good. I'm good, Dwayne, yo. Like I said, you another dude, yo. You need to come on. Check in, yo. Like I said, it was the young dudes from LP. You did your thing, bro. Like I said, he's another dude raising his family in a positive way.
Yeah, out there at
His family.
ATL. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, yo, love you, my G, for real. Um,
Ish Hardaway. Yeah, Ish
yeah.
did have a crazy crossover.
It did, yo. It did, yo. And
Mm-hmm.
it's quiet with it too. It's real quiet with it.
Real
Um,
quiet. He was a great
yeah.
handball player too.
Yeah, son. Him, Tree, all them dudes on the handball court too, son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I took Ish to go play baseball with me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, him and Latik and Grandpa. I
Latik?
took all of them. Yeah, yeah.
I ain't hear from Latik in forever. What
Yeah,
he doing, son?
be checking in. I think La is out in Charlotte. Think he
Okay. Okay.
think he doing reserve in the military, and
Okay, that's what's up.
he'll be riding motorcycles.
What was my dream college? It would have been UNLV, my man following the footsteps of Larry Johnson, yo. That was my guy growing up. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at LJ.
Yeah.
LJ and the Fab Five. When I got to college, it was the Fab Five, yo. Chris Webber and them dudes, what they was doing was sick. But that's the one I wanted to go to. So after I got a little bit of love at FCCJ, you saying Jack checked in and wanted to know what I was going to do once I transferred. So
Mm-hmm.
that was the only thing, because I know all them UNLV dudes was going to San Jacinto.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, but when I got to Florida, yo, my recruiting visit was sick. So I was like, yo, you know how that goes, son.
I'm
Um,
done.
yeah. So I
Lock
was like,
me in.
yo, you go, you hoop, you do your thing. They take you to the club, you go drinking, and you know what I'm saying. And the night is the night. You like, yo, where the papers at in the morning? I'm
Yeah,
signing, yo.
yeah, I'm
I'm
locking
signing.
in.
You know what I'm saying. So, who was the best, most underrated player that never left Lefferts Park or played
Ooh,
PSAL?
that's tough.
Um, yo, well,
Maybe
like I said,
Doc. Maybe Doc.
who?
Doc, because he
No,
played
but
at Hillcrest,
he
but
said no, but Doc played in the PSAL.
right. Okay.
Um, I want to say, and I don't know if Collie did ever play that Wingate, but Sean Collymore, yo, Pills,
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
Pills,
Brooklyn Ave off Brooklyn Ave. Yes.
yeah, Pills was because Collie was in Wingate for like 20 years, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, Collie was the shit, but also too Brian Moore. I don't know where Brian played. I know Brian out. I think Brian out in Cali right now or Vegas, but Brian Moore was problems, yo. I don't know where Bezo played at. I know he played in high school somewhere. I just don't know. Dave could probably answer that.
Yo,
Um,
didn't it was Twigs, Andrew, and Doc, right? Did Andrew didn't play ball, did he?
no, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think Andrew played in high school, yo, because Andrew was another one.
There's another one that was
Yeah,
nice. That people don't
yeah.
talk about him either.
Yo,
He
Fenster,
was
Fenster,
now Fenster,
absolutely. Shouts to my boy Caney. Caney
yeah,
was the shit, yo, back in the days.
yeah,
But like
yeah.
I said, back in the days too, yo, people, yo, Sean Collymore was the shit, son. That dude could shoot, could handle,
Yeah, I was
he
just
could
about to
bucket.
say. Yeah, he had the
Dude
little
had a
shimmy and he could put that
Yeah,
thing up.
son. Dude had
Yeah.
a crazy spin
Mm-hmm.
move. But the dude could shoot, yo.
Mm-hmm.
So I would always go like, nah, Sedell played. Sedell played in high school.
No,
Sedell
Sedell
played in
played.
college.
Sedell played at Seton Hall, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
but
Yeah, he
no,
was.
yeah, Kai, yo, Fenster,
Yeah,
Carlton, of course, Carlton and
yeah.
Bumpy. Yeah, but I thought Bumpy played in high school too, though. I thought,
I
yeah,
thought
I
he
think,
played at Heights. I thought he played at Project Heights.
yeah, Bumpy played somewhere, yo. But Bumpy was nice with it too. There's no doubt about it. Jason Game was sick,
No.
yo.
You know
But
who
no,
I say?
Sedell played in high school. Sedell was in prep school in high school. If I'm not mistaken, I
I
think
think he
Sedell went to
was.
private school.
I think he went to LaSalle.
He went to
He went
LaSalle.
to
Correct.
LaSalle. Yeah, he
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
LaSalle.
Dell played in high school.
Do
Yeah.
Harvey.
Oh yeah. Dude was nice.
Do Harvey.
Yeah.
Dude's the only person who would roll up his jeans and then go dunk on
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah. Dude was nice with it, but like I said, one of the older dudes, like I said, like I said, Sean Collymore was sick
Yeah,
with it.
he was a problem. He was a
Yeah.
problem.
Oh, he said, yeah, Brian played at Bertram, and
Oh, okay.
Brian played at Bertram probably when Bertram just started having boys, because Bertram was an all-girls school. Remember, Bertram
Yeah, I
girls
remember
was
Bertram
winning
was on.
BSAO
Yeah,
championships left and right. So
yeah.
when Brian went there, he probably went there when it just turned to girls, but Brian was sick with it too. Shark was legendary. Vin, shout out to my dude Vin.
Yeah.
But Brian Fenster.
Helly Mo
Um,
coming in. Helly Mo coming in. Hey,
no,
Helly Mo.
Headley
Let's.
Mo played in high school.
Yeah.
Headley played in high school. But no, Headley Mo, the original 1-2-1-2, number 12, baby, with the band-aid on the forehead, yo. No, he was nice with it. Because feel out played
Oh,
Rick
Fibber's a
played at
problem too.
Wingate. Rick played games at Wingate. Matter of fact, Rick played some games my freshman year. He played with James Bell. James Bell was a dude that played at Wingate. He was the best player at Wingate back at that time.
Okay.
Um, but Rick played a few games with him. Because back in the days, the hardest thing to do was to keep niggas eligible. So niggas was
Right,
able to
right,
play
right,
their
right,
first
right, right,
semester.
right. Yeah.
Once Christmas came, dudes was dropping off like flies. But no, I think Rick was able to play in high school because I saw Rick play for Wingate in high school, but Rick was good with it. And yeah, Sugar, no,
Mm.
Sugar's just the OG, yo.
Sugar's
Um,
different. Man, nothing you can say about Sugar.
Shit, Chicks could probably still go run 10 games right now, yo. Dude's still working out. Dude
Yeah.
was smoking and go work out and be stronger than most young dudes.
Get you
Um,
75 easy.
yeah, yo, absolutely, yo. But like I said,
Yeah.
Lefferts Park has some dudes, man.
Yeah, I mean the list can go on when it comes to names out of that park. Period.
Yeah, yeah. Feel
Oh,
out Rick.
Howie back in.
But
Rabbit was
like I
good.
told you, it was a lot
Rabbit.
of them dudes. But like all of them dudes played with my brother on that first team that my brother cut me from. Shouts to my brother D. I love you to death, yo. But you're the only dude to ever cut me, bro.
Yeah, that's
Um,
crazy.
yeah,
Yo,
but yeah,
Howie, let me ask you this question since you want to be on here. Who was the better team, the older Midnight Express or the younger Midnight Express? Who had more talent?
yo, how? Come
Yeah,
on, son. That,
yeah, Howie. Yeah, Howie. Since you on here. Watch, you gonna say I start trouble.
yeah, son. But I remember, cause I remember, like I said, that game that Howie got jumped. I'll never forget. That's when Major was coaching.
When he was
Because you
up on
remember
road
Major
trip.
was like a referee. Shouts to Major,
Yeah.
rest in peace,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah.
Major was coaching.
Yeah, I rest in
Major
peace.
had that's when he had Todd Miles when Todd was young. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So yeah, but that's that crew that we played at up at the Gates Ave and shit when they jumped my man Howe, yo. Um, so yeah. Because I remember that. Matter of fact, Darius is the one that also too. He saved me at damn at Boys and Girls, the one that Cavalli had to drive me home and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, when I went outside, because I walked out the gym with Darius, and yeah, they was like, yeah, they wanted to bring that pressure. Darius was like, yo, ain't no problems here and shit. And then coach called me back and was like, yo, we going through the back door. We going to the car, bro.
Yeah, only got six. The younger group only got six. That's it.
Young Express with Dwayne Arch. Nah, son,
They
we
got
paved
that
the
much.
way, baby. We paved the way. They had to come through.
Y'all only got six. That's
So,
it. Is that in one tournament? What you
oh my
talking about?
God. Yeah, son. There
Look,
you go,
how he say,
huh? Come on, how you know who the original gangsters was, boy.
how he say he trying to
Um,
get me in trouble.
so and then like I said, even back then, like how we was working for mass transit, how he probably still working there, or if he ain't retired yet, you know what I'm saying? So how he was able
Nah,
to fund us, bro.
how he still doing? He probably on the job right now.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You know
yeah.
how is. How probably on
So
the job right
um
now.
but yeah, man, like I said, all them killers we had back in the days, it was different, yo. But yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta get
I gotta get KA and DA together. I'm trying to
yeah,
get them together.
that
KA,
would def-
DA, I need that interview. I need that a brother exclusive.
yeah, that would definitely be epic, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But
And hit up
I was
Stace. Tell Stace I need him because I need
definitely,
that one.
I would
Definitely need
definitely have him
Stace.
jump in with you, yo.
Yeah.
Because like I said, and Stace was because Stace, like I said, and the team that Stace played with, for his AAU stuff was Aim High Queens, yo.
Yeah,
And
I heard
oh my
about that.
God,
That's
yo, them
crazy
dudes,
out there.
Queens had some ballers, yo. Like I said,
Yeah,
we
man.
was never on that respect shit because we just thought Brooklyn was the best. But every borough had that, you know what I'm saying? But
They had their star. Like Coney Island had their little section.
yeah,
Staten Island,
absolutely,
we had.
bro.
Yeah, yeah, I
Absolutely.
agree. I agree.
Um,
Yep,
but yeah, Stace was playing with killers back in the days, yo. And like I said,
definitely.
he was fortunate. But I'm telling you, man, lock in on his son,
I am.
Steph Castle, yo. Like I said, he all over social media. Matter of fact, I think it was one rankings. I think he was right behind or right in front of. He was right there with LeBron's son. Because I think they
Okay.
ranked them. If I'm not mistaken, they sophomores in high school. I think sophomores, or I think he may be a rising junior this year. But he was ranked right there with LeBron's son. Um,
That's dope.
but Steph gonna be problems, bro. He like about 6'6" right now. Like a
Ooh.
6'6" point guard, bow legged like his damn pigeon toe like his damn pops, but
Mm.
he giving dudes, the business big
Giving them
time,
that
yo.
work. Giving them that work.
Yeah, absolutely, yo.
All
So
right.
but yeah, son, yo, it's
Yep.
always love Gerard, my G.
No
Family,
question,
I
brother.
appreciate
Appreciate
you,
you.
yo. Absolutely. Shouts to all what I'm saying, LP, Sterling World, Sterling Street, Brooklyn Ave, Maple Street, all the fellas, yo, up the hill. Like I said, yo, them dudes used to come down the hill and get their ass whooped on Sundays too. Um,
Right.
but
Right.
yeah. Shouts to Ice T,
Yeah,
Kenny
definitely.
Kings, Nike One, all those dudes, yo, Coney Island. Like I said, yo, I appreciate all what we had going back in the days, yo.
Oh,
Made
no
us feel
doubt,
good,
family.
bro.
I appreciate you for giving me your time, brother. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, yo.
And
Absolutely.
we'll
Shouts out to
definitely
you,
stay in
Con.
touch.
Yeah, absolutely, yo. One love, fam. All right, yo. All
All right, fam. One love.
right, man.
Man, shout out to my guy, man. My guy, my family, my LP, my Midnight Express brother. Shout out to my guy Bags, man, for tuning in. I appreciate him big time for giving me that interview. Uh, Dwayne, you and Kenny, I need to lock in with you guys. We need to get that interview taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Get that the younger version of Midnight Express some flavor. Shout out to everybody that locked in from LP. Shout out my man Ish locking in from Ghana. Stan, yes, the shirt is all because of you. Thank you. Oh, we ain't gonna forget Midwood. Shout out for Midwood. Shout out to Midwood. Caduce is joining in. Oh man, Caduce, you just missed your boy Bags. Uh, if y'all want to go back in and see what you missed, for those you can go back to my Facebook page, or you can go to Chopping It Up with A60 on my YouTube channel, and you can see all my old interviews. You can catch up to date on what we're doing over here on A60. I would like for everybody to subscribe as much as possible. Share, like, tune in every Wednesday. I'm looking to try to have an interview every Wednesday with somebody, whether it be softball or whether it be basketball, whether it be anybody who has anything going on as a book, or you just want to talk politics. We can talk sports, whatever. My show is open for everything. So we definitely gonna log in and get tap in with everybody. So I appreciate it. Everybody, thank you for your time tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. And stay tuned for the next episode. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for everybody who's checked in. I appreciate you. Love everyone. Peace and love. See you later.